All the dignitaries and participants, very good evening to one and all. Now our meeting is being recording in YouTube live streaming. I am giving the link in chat box. Just we are about to start our meeting within a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, Professor Srinivas Rao sir had joined from USA. Please interact with him, whomever joined over here. I could see Dr. Gandhi sir, Dr. Pavanjit ma'am, and other participants. Please interact with sir meanwhile before starting our event. Sir, with the permission of distinguished guests, I wish to start now as we are running out of time, already 6 minutes late. So it's my pleasure to have all of you in the second day 2 of this international conference, and I would like to invite one of our chief guest, and who is going to give his distinguished talk also, Professor A. Srinivas Rao sir, Senior Science and Technology Scientist at AYR Studios Bethesda, MD, USA. And I can say proudly, sir is the first lifetime achievement awardee from Sidvi Foundation, and sir's blessing is very highly deserved by all the participants, budding academicians and researchers also. Thanks a lot, sir, being the variation in the timings from here and there, and at this time itself, in your busy schedule, you had spared your valuable time to us. Thanks a lot, sir. And please allow me to share my screen to display your PPT, sir. Please let me know, sir, whether the screen is visible. Sir, you are in mute condition, sir.
Can we start?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
It's my pleasure today to talk about modeling, the importance of modeling, and how it can predict a failure of a system. So, next slide, please. The material systems continuously exposed for adverse environment or suffer from corrosion. There is nothing that can avoid corrosion. So every system has to degrade somehow. So for practical purposes, always they require a replacement or mitigation. So this will add cost to the maintenance of the functionality. So in this presentation, a very brief presentation, I skip a lot of other things, but I will show how a reasonable life prediction of one form of corrosion called pitting, particularly in aluminum alloy, can be predicted using finite element analysis and compare the prediction by the model in the reality. Next slide, please. Pits, they may not look very serious. I mean, even in our houses in pans, pots and pans made out of aluminum, you will see small scratch looking like that one. But they may look outside like that. But inside, they continuously keep on degrading, eating away the metal. Here is a case where we had a sensitized aluminum alloy 5054. You can see on the surface like a small dots. But after 74 days, the whole system is inside degraded and it starts popping up. And so this is what it is. So you can see the severity of the same thing. It was damaged for one day in the beginning. Then afterwards, it was left as all, but the degradation continued. Next, please. Next slide. So what we did was to model it, we took a case and then we took the image and we enhanced the image like I have shown you before. And then we digitized and then kept it into a wavelet transformation methodology. And then we translated into a finite element analysis map. We call it as MAT because that is how a stress field is being created in virtual world. And then we study the stress distribution. Then afterwards, we don't need any more the data input. We take that one and we alter on the computer and we apply all sorts of variations to that and evaluate and come to a conclusion. What happens? So that is the essence of this talk today. Next, please. Okay, here is the case. We took one of those pictures, corroded pits. After 29 days, the small spot became big, and on the left top is an optical micrograph, and on the right is a scanning electron microscopy micrograph. So we took that one, we digitized and transformed into and created a stress field of that image as a model, as a FEE model. Once we had that one, we applied different stresses. The FEE model gives a normal stress. Then we imposed even the shear all forces. It is called, the resulting figure is called the von Mises stress diagram. So that is the fourth one on the left bottom. So this is the situation we saw after 29 days. So the aluminum alloy was subjected to harsh environment for one day at 80 degrees centigrade. But this is to initiate pitting. And this is what happens after 29 days. That is after one day we cleaned, we kept it aside. So this is how it is, a continuous degradation. Although we think we have stopped it, we didn't. Next, please. So here is the case. This is after 29 days, another pit actually. The same one after 50 days. So the whole top became like that. We have a normal stress, van Mises stress. In fact, the numbers here represent which side. We have to, I have to admit, the one on the corners means in creating a mat, we say it's a fixed mat. So we artificially, we treat it as it rigidly bound. So that's how it shows. So these are not the real ones. But whatever color changes on the surface you see, they are the real stress. Yeah. So we have those things. But by the time you have the red, that is the maximum stress. After 74 days, the pit looked like this, and then the pit after 100 days. So these are the things. Next, please. So we have actually normal stress and von Mises stress, which is on the left, normal stress field on the. So we actually removed the top layer. We can do on the virtual world, whatever it is. So in the bottom, we can see the top layer only, how the stress is there, how the stress is there in the top layer. And then actually this picture, unless it is magnified, you cannot see the local thing is assessed concentration, stress concentration curve, magnified view. In fact, uh, in this case, at this location, you can see concentrate completely the stress is in yellow range, in this range. So that means it may be near cracking or fracture stress. It may be cracking. Next, please. So what we did, this is a pit-pit interaction. Once we know a place where it can crack, it can continue cracking, we applied more stress. And in fact, this is the real sample in the electron microscope, and we applied a fracture, more stress. Then what happened? These are two pits, and this is the stress field, and this is the one micelle. As we are increasing, what happens is in this area, we monitored how the stress is. The red means almost it is reaching a fracture stress. So it is going to fail there. Next, please. So this is the magnified view of that high stress. You can see the stress is about 2.6 times 10 to the power of 7 units. So real fracture stress for aluminum alloy is around 3 in 10 to the power of 7. So then we slowly thought, here may be the crack extension. So this is the real. So we thought crack will continue here because you already see a crack, but that didn't occur there. But the crack occurred in this field somewhere here. So this is the actual crack progressed. So this is how we realized we can predict where the future crack going to be under applied stress. So this is how the modeling predicted the fate of a material and the degradation of the material. Next, please. So because this is in summary, a brief talk, I briefly narrated it. Corrosion-induced damage increased with increasing sensitization time. The defect morphology obtained from SCM can be exported using a analysis software. That is the software we used. That is for translating into wavelet form and then subsequently translate to FEM. The information can effectively be transferred to produce finite element analysis map in virtual world. And we can actually see convert the normal stress and when And then van Mises stress plots can be developed, and the pit, the fate of the pit as a function of time can be elucidated from this in the virtual world. So finally, we realized the pits, two pits, sensitized for 74 days, have the highest probability of developing crime. And that is what the theory predicted, FEM analysis predicted, the FEA analysis predicted. And that is what we observed. So with this one, if you guys have any questions, because it's the last minute, myself I'm presenting. So I presented it. If you have questions, I'm more than happy to take it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I request anyone from the participant side, if you wish to interact with sir, it is welcome now. Anybody, please?
Somebody raised their hand, but I think
Good evening, sir.
okay.
Sir, it was really an informative session given by you.
Absolutely. I'm short of hearing, and it's
Okay.
already I hear some noise. Question. You have question?
No, no, sir. It's not a question. I was just saying it was really an informative session by you.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions?
Any others from student side, researcher side? If any questions or any doubts or any other information related to this you want to know from sir, it is welcome.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for your wonderful talk. Actually, most of the students have been joined here from various fields of engineering. Mostly, Department of Mechatronics are there, sir. Yesterday also some of the presentations they had given, and today also some presentations related to these various streams of engineering is there, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you. Now it's time to have our keynote speech by Dr. Pavanjit Kaur. I welcome Dr. Pavanjit Kaur, ma'am, Assistant Professor Chemistry, School of Mechatronics Engineering, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune, Maharashtra. A very
Thank
warm
you,
welcome
ma'am.
to you, ma'am, and over to you. We are all eagerly waiting to hear from you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Before I begin, I apologize if my voice sound a bit off today. I'm actually dealing with a bit of flu, so please bear with me, even if it is little bit husky. Good evening, everyone. I, Dr. Pavanjit Kaur, Assistant Professor Chemistry, School of Mechatronics Engineering from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. Firstly, I would like to thank the organizers of international conference um, in the multidisciplinary perspectives in agriculture, life sciences, engineering, and technology, especially to Dr. Aruna Kumari, ma'am, for inviting me here. So, the topic of my presentation is AI literacy for STEM professionals. We all gather here from the STEM background. So, I'll be discussing the tools for teaching and research, which would be helpful for STEM professionals, whether they are researchers or the faculty members or the students. These are the key points that I'm going to elaborate in my talk today, which includes what is AI, the history, the brief history, AI powered tutoring system nowadays we are having, AI in content creation, even for administrative tasks and for student engagement. Then comes AI for data analysis. Then we'll cover the challenges and ethical considerations. And then we will be discussing the real life examples of AI in education, which includes the tools and techniques that AI offers us. So, whenever we talk about the changing dynamics of education, first thing is always there that those were the times gone when we were saying AI is going to replace our jobs, right? AI is everywhere, artificial intelligence, even if we are knowing or unknowingly we are using it, right? Talking about the real life example, we all are using Siri, we all are using Alexa, which are the AI
तेरी
tools
तेरी
only,
जेह्ड़ी स्लाइड है ओह् बड़ी घैंट बनी आ
right?
बट ओह्दे च जिन्नी
Is there any noise?
ओह् तो मेरी बोल
All right. So, whenever we are talking about the global ecosystem in terms of academia, it's very important to teach our children how to learn, not only how to learn, but we need to help them with the changing dimensions of AI. And this is how these slides are going to help the students as well as the faculty members. So, let's talk about what's AI. It is an intelligent entity created by humans that is capable of performing everything. That too, on the basis of the data which we are feeding, our computers are programmed to do certain things that require human plus artificial intelligence. So, this is how, when we are able to do smart work rather just the hard work, right? And how does AI work? Firstly, it will collect the data, then it will process the data. Data could be given in the form of text, images, audio. Even if we are giving them the raw information from there itself, it will process the data. The models, AI models, those are trained in such a manner that they can predict and analyze by giving us the output which we are using, right? And AI is always has the chance to improve itself by adjusting the workflow, by adjusting the answers, the solution, the improvement by optimization, right? AI doesn't go alone, right? AI require machine learning, deep learning. Then we have natural language processing, the computer vision. It also comprises of robotics, the expert systems, the reinforcement learning, and learning tools. If we talk about history of AI, talking about the past, earlier we were using the simple expert systems rather in the gaming programs or in the chess programs. We were using the basic robotics tools. Those were the rule-based systems, right? And there was the chance of AI to learn and improve by based on adventure. But nowadays, if we talk about what AI can proceed, we are having Chat GPT, we are having other virtual assistants, right? And those are utilizing advanced robotic techniques and tools, and hence those on the basis of personalized recommendation, it is helpful in healthcare, it is helpful in self-driving cars, it is adjusting and optimizing according to the data given to it. If we talk about AI application in industries, you name an industry and you can see the applicability of AI in those industries, right? Whether it is engineering and technology, whether it's healthcare, whether it is retail, whether it's environmental issues, environmental sensing or monitoring, whether it's agriculture, energy, sustainability, transportation, finance, manufacturing, everywhere you can see there are applicability of artificial intelligence. If we talk about the future as we know that it require automation at every task, right? AI driven diagnosis is there nowadays. Treatment on the basis of AI based data generation is there. We have AI powered chatbots. When we club AI with Internet of Things, we can have smarter environmental sensors. AI is also helpful in finance, agriculture, and entertainment industry that we are going to discuss in the uh, more slides of this presentation. Although AI is helpful, but it deals with few technical challenges, whether it is data privacy, whether it is fairness, whether it is data availability, whether it's explainability, right? Many times it doesn't explain the data in such a manner that we require, right? It always require human modification. Scalability is missing at some places. If we talk about AI in education, at education level, it is transforming completely. Nowadays, those days are gone when students were just simply copying and pasting everything they were writing by their own hand. They were doing the deep research. Nowadays, even if you have seen, students are making the presentations based on AI. They are relying on AI data at much extent. Rather, focusing on the main research areas, right? I'm not saying AI in education is bad, but if we are dealing AI in education with responsibility, then we can tailor the content accordingly. It is helping us in tutoring methods. VR, AR, they both are increasing our learning experiences. You must have seen the movie which was based on Germany, World War One. It was Baval, I guess. Varun Dhawan and Janvi Kapoor were there, right? So there they have used VR and AR technology to deeply analyze how at that time the war must have happened, right? So we are having AI for instant feedback, even for administrative support. It helps us a lot. If we talk about personalized learning, it's not possible the teacher is available 24/7 for the student, but AI chatbots are there for the students 24/7. If the students can modify their prompt on the basis of what information they require 24/7. It provides us data driven insights, although improvement chances are there because AI is working on the many barriers are there. It could be geographical barriers, it could be network barriers, right? AI helping us in student centric learning by um, tailoring the curriculum or even the notes as per the student requirement. If we talk about AI for research, if we want AI tools, there are these many AI tools that are giving us premium plans. For example, you have written something for your research and you want to check whether it is the plagiarized content or not, whether it is AI generated content or not. You can use AI tools for that purpose. These are the tools which are useful in teaching and research, which we are going to discuss one by one. Let's talk about first the content writing, why we are here, right? So for content writing, there are multiple tools. Gamma is there, Grammarly is there. Then we have Quillbot, then we have Surfer SEO, INK. They are optimizing the content as per the requirement of the researcher. the wonderful AI tool, which is provided by Google, which is having freemium plan, which is free for operation, that is Gemini. So Google's Gemini, that is helping us with the writing, with planning, with brainstorming. Even you can plan your budget. Even if you want to get the advice for your trip, upcoming trip, you can take the help of Google Gemini, right? It can always give you the deep research on the given topic, whether the topic is related to budget planning, whether it is related to the tour and travel, the trips that you're going to plan, or even if it is for brainstorming. So it will going to help you. We have seen the generation of these many Gemini-based AI images, right? So this is how we can create images also. If we talk about more scientific data where you want the deep research along with you want the exact reference of that particular research, for that purpose you can always use perplexity.ai. It will help us in content creation, specifically made for academic research, where you want to know about from where that particular sentence it has taken. It will lead you to specific YouTube website or or to the Google Scholar. Then we have ChatGPT, which we are using on everyday basis, right? So ChatGPT can plan your lesson plans, it can plan your activities, even if it can plan your exercise. I remember like a few months ago, one of my required a diet plan for losing the weight. So I had given prompt to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT has given the exact information, the complete diet plan, when to eat, with which exercises it required to get slimmer in 2 months. So it is really helpful with everything. And even if you want to make your presentations look attractive, as you can see, I have shown here. Uh, I had given the prompt generate an image for UV spectroscopy, anime style for my BTEC. Make sure the colors are engaging and diagram must depict the principles of UV spectroscopy. And it has given this animated picture. So this is how you can use ChatGPT to generate multiple pictures for your content creation and strategic planning. Then we have QueryPod. In the QueryPod, if you want to engage the students with the generative slides, with the amazing curiosity, if you want to insert in your slides, even if you want full lesson plans, you can always rely upon QueryPod. And if we talk about the Goblin tools, it's a collection of small, simple, and single task tools, as you can see. Formalizer, it will help you to make your slides more formal, or make your whatever you have written, it must sound more formal as per the approach, right? So you can use this. Even if you want the Goblin tool to judge your presentation or the content that you have created or have you have written by your own, so you can rely upon Goblin tools for judgment also. If you want to check the time estimation, you can use this as a time estimator also. Then we have Word AI. What is Word AI capable of? Enriching text? Yes. Describing the same ideas in a different perspective? Yes. If you are the topper, it will generate the content accordingly. If you are willing to be a topper, but right now you're not interested in that, here comes Word AI for you. Okay, so it will gives you human quality without human cost. Then we have Adobe Firefly. So here it is our creative space where we can create the models, we can create the looks, even if we want a diagram in a specific model, or if we want to generate stunning images or audio, even video, you can always rely on Adobe Firefly. That while writing our research articles or review article, we are not sure about the tone of the article, right? And if we want to give it to more formal tone, more academically sound tone, if we want to check the grammar, the punctuation, the styling, we can always rely upon Grammarly AI. Then there comes uh, a tool which gives you everything. It's actually your complete writing solution, because it can rewrite the sentences, it can rewrite paragraphs. Even if you want the short summary of a certain paragraph, it will provide you. Even if you want to articulate something, it will help you out. Even if you want to detect AI or plagiarism for your content that you have written, you can use Quillbot for that purpose. Then we have Turnitin, where all the researchers always rely upon, which is an AI tool that help us to detect the plagiarism. Alongside the plagiarism, it will give you the internet sources from where that information you have taken. Like it is shown here, 33% from this article, 32% from this slide, right? So this is how it help you. Then we have Copyscape and DupliChecker. These two tools are also helpful for checking the free plagiarism for your content, whether it's original or you have copied it from somewhere. Then we have Hemingway Editor. Now, if you want to correct the common errors, and if you want to highlight the complex sentences that you think that it is giving another information, or we want to simplify those sentences, you can always rely upon Hemingway Editor. It will improve the readability in seconds. It will clarify it. Now, here you have to adjust the tone. For example, if you want to adjust the tone for grade 8, then you can adjust it like this. If you want to make sure that readability is for the scientists, then you have to mention the readability is for those, right? And accordingly, it will give you the information. Then we have writer.me. Now, I'm not saying that you have to create your art from writer.me, but if you want to rectify your poetry, or if you want to generate social media posts, then you can use this AI based tool, which is writer.me. This you can use to create content, your vlogs, your emails, your social media posts, all in one by writer.me. Then we have writersonic.com. So Writersonic is helping you to generate the blogs, to generate the chats if you want to, even the blog post. If you are writing the product description that I want to do the blogging for this product, it will give you the exact summary for your, whatever script you want. It will provide it to you. Then we have Surfer SEO, making surfing very easy, right? So it is helping you for finding out any of the content anywhere which is happened on the internet. It will provide the exact recommendation, exact insight accordingly. Then we have Phrase. So Phrase is a kind surfing agent only, but if you want the specified topic, for example, if your topic is household pollution, right? And if you want the specific content based on that, if you want to go to the deep research for that purpose only, you can always rely on Phrase. For quiz generation, many times it happens that you guys are preparing for some students I'm talking about, or even the researchers. If you are interested in giving any kind of examination which required the quiz based questions, then you can always take the help of APT quiz. What it can do, you can give it a text up to 10,000 characters, and from there it will generate the question. Now you can set the tone up to um, graduation level, post graduation level, PhD level, so that accordingly it will generate the quiz for you. Then we have Del E. Del E is helping us in the generation of image. You can see that here I have drawn the image. It is an oil painting. So any kind of image that you want to generate, even if novelistic style images, you can always rely upon Del E. Canva, everybody knows about it for making presentation, designs, cover letter, greeting cards, certificates, what not it can cover. It can cover almost everything, even your social media post, you can always rely upon it. Then we have sendsteps.ai. People, it's not like that gamma is on only the time savior when it comes to the presentations. You can always take help from SendSteps AI also. It is also generating interactive presentations. Then we have Slides AI. Slides AI is also giving you the presentations. You can choose the category, which category you want to pitch for, and accordingly it will give you the templates, and then accordingly you can generate your PowerPoint presentations. Then we have one more, Beautiful Slides. So Beautiful.ai slides, it is also helping you to generate slides. I just want to say one thing. Don't rely completely upon AI generated slides, although those look really appealing. But the data, whatever information it is providing you, that information is it is providing from the freely presented information on Google. It does not source any authentic data. So for the authenticity of data, you must do the deep research. Then we have Ava and Algar. So Ava is a virtual assistant that create original music composition. Now again, since music, singing, poetry, these are artistic things, and you don't rely upon AI tools for such things. But we have this type of creator, music composition creator tool, right? And in Algor, you can summarize and retain the information that you require. It is helpful for generating the study notes. Then we have Deep Dream Generator. Okay, one of my faculty once, what happened? He said that he had a weird dream. Okay, so in that dream, a fish was in the sky with the stars. Okay, and accordingly, he has written some poetry. So I was like, sir, why don't you create an image for that? And what he did, guess what? He has used Deep Dream Generated, giving the exact prompt that this was my dream about. I have written this poetry. Now make the image that goes well with the poetry. And within 10 seconds, he got his image and he has posted it on Instagram. So this is how you can use Deep Dream Generator for more beautiful content generation. Then we have grade scope, which grades you accordingly. Okay, if you want to prepare for some sort of examination, say CDS or FCAT or CSIR, UGC NET, you can always provide the data. Then you can always have the quiz. Accordingly, you can solve those quiz, and from the grade scope, you can get the grades within seconds. It is happening. Then many times it happened that we are generating the presentation. We don't know which pitch we need to use, where to use the filler elements. We just don't know how to practice for it. So for the practice purposes, for the rehearsals support, you can always rely upon PowerPoint Speaker Coach. Then we have ditch that textbook. See, it sounds so amazing, right? So ditch that textbook where we can create the notes from the video link. So if you get some scientist video, and where he was giving insight on a particular topic, you can use that link to generate the notes or the transcript for your notes. Okay. Then we have Brisk. In the Brisk, you can give feedback. Accordingly, you can create the content. Then we have co-pilot education. So in the co-pilot education, that is the free tool given by your Brave browser. Even that one more browser, even Google browser is also supporting Copilot education. So in the Copilot education, you can clarify the learning objectives, the feedback, you can analyze results, you can even design your notes accordingly. So this is something that every teacher and student need to learn about. Then we have Teach Easy. Many times it happens that you are getting a good source, a good book, but then you think that, oh, the language is little difficult. So how to make it more simple? You can always rely on teacheasy.ai. So it will generate even flashcard. It will create the simplified notes on that particular topic. It will give you the multiple choice assessments also. Then we have cloud.ai. I use this thing a lot to generate images from text, to brainstorm ideas, but when you're creating the images. So I have used this multiple times. Even you can get the proper coding for generation of an particular image. Okay. Elicit. Now, many students, many budding researchers, whenever they are like, oh, we have to analyze these many research papers, we need to, read these many research papers. There comes for your savior, Elicit. So, Elicit can analyze the research paper at superhuman speed, okay, for summarizing some paper, for extracting the data, even to find out your findings, even to find the research gap, you can always rely on Elicit AI. Then we have Design Bold. Design Bold is just like the Canva, alternative to Canva, where you can design the social media graphics. Then we have Color Kinch. So in the Color Kinch, you can edit the photos. Even if you want to generate cartoons from your whatever the information you're providing, if you want to generate cartoons, you can always use Color Kinch. Then we have Screen Studio. So suppose somebody is liking this lecture a lot and he want to record the screen. Okay, although Aruna ma'am is sharing us the YouTube link, which is helpful for us, but still, if you want to record the screen, you can always use Screen Studio software. And for making the lesson plans, we can use Mancha software for generating the supplementary materials or for generating the questions or worksheet. You can use that. Then we have Clip Drop and Affine. In Affine, we can write, draw, plan, anything whatever we want to do, for even for our merging of documents, for database whatever we have. If we want to generate the smart stunning visuals, then we can use Clip Drop AI. Then we have Study Fetch. So Study Fetch is resulted to be increasing the study productivity by 30%. Why? How? It is generating notes, it is giving us visuals, it is even grading our essays, it is always giving explanation to the videos, for flashcard generation, for recording live lectures. Study Fetch is doing it automatically for you. Then we have Microsoft Designer. It is free. It can generate amazing designs and images if you want to your workplace. So you can always use Microsoft Designer. Then we have Note GPT, not Chat GPT, but Note GPT, which is making the notes specifically. It can summarize any link you provide. It can even summarize the whole chapter from a particular book. And accordingly, you can generate PDF or presentation, whatever you require. Then we have Mind.ai. So, what type of question you want? For example, if you're inserting some whole notes into it and you have some questions that you want to deeply understand that lecture, so you can always use this AI tutor for grasping of your ideas, brainstorming of your ideas. Then we have this not AI lecture note. So for taking the lecture notes, if you can upload the lectures or record the lectures, and this will help you make notes and flashcards accordingly. Then we have Revisely, because many times it happens that we want to do the revision. We have the notes, we have everything. We need short summary of almost everything. So we can use shorten tool from Revisely from here. We can use thesaurus. If you don't know the exact word of that particular meaning, you can always use thesaurus for checking your grammar. You don't need to depend on your English teacher anymore, because we have these many Grammarly tools for us. Even for the tone of voice, if you want to make it sound more professional, then it will help you. If you want to make it sound more friendly, it will again help you. So, on my concluding remarks, I know I have taken a lot of I have these many tools that I want to discuss, so that every researcher, every teacher can use those AI tools and do the smart work rather hard work. I know hard work has um, the better results, but now in the AI era, don't you think that we need hard work plus smart work, so that we can optimize administrative tasks, student engagement, then on the same time delivering our lectures, doing research. So, in the concluding remarks, I want to say AI doesn't mean that it is going to overtake the teachers or the learners or the researchers. No, but rather it will amplify the research, it will amplify the way of teaching, it will help you even from content creation to lesson planning, from student assessment and feedback to facilitate more efficient and effectiveness in your teaching materials, in your research articles. So totally it helps us in the education sector. These were the references that I have used. Thank you so much for listening to me very patiently. Although my voice is little husky today, thank you for bearing with that also. If there are any queries, I'm always available on my LinkedIn or on my email. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pavan ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. Actually, it is a need of hour. These should be known by every academician, researcher, and PhD scholars, and even teaching fraternity also. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Actually, ma'am, like some days before, like last year or before last year, I think, some of these applications are not freely available. I couldn't check now whether they are freely available, ma'am, in online.
Ma'am, few are freely available, and few it is the case that per day you can generate, for example, Chat GPT will generate per day 8 images, 8 new images. But content you can generate at maximum, even for Perplexity and Google Gemini. For example, if you want to generate an image of yours only in a different perspective, it will generate 2 images in the free plan, and after 24 hours it renews. It happened like that.
What Quillbot and this thing, ma'am, Grammarly.
Ma'am, Quillbot and Grammarly you can use n number of times. There is no issue in that. So you can use it for content creation. Even this chat GPT, if we are giving the exact prompt, we can generate these many ideas from there. Only the limitation are there when we want to generate the codes, specifically the Python based code, or if we can say the image we want to generate, or the flow charts. The limitations are there. It can generate 8 such sort of content per day, but every 24 hours it will regenerate.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
Uh,
you so much, ma'am.
Anybody
Yes,
from
sir.
participant side, if you wish to interact with Pawanjit Kaur ma'am, it is welcome. Anybody are having any doubts or questions?
Rao sir is
It is
saying
really
something.
amazing talk, and
Thank you so much,
it's an
sir.
eye-opening also on the reality of the emerging future direction. And it also gives me a personal moral that old gods like me have no future position in this emerging trends of the future uh, teaching. Thank you. It's really great talk.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful words.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And ma'am, I request you, could you please share these slides to me?
Definitely, ma'am. I'll share it with you so that you can share it with the participants or whosoever require
Yes,
that.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
The student community, those who want to know about this, and I request you to please make a note on this. We are about to include in the conference proceedings.
All right, ma'am.
Just what yesterday I had announced. Yes.
Fine, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else who wish to interact with this auspicious presentation? It is very need of our.
Sorry
Ma'am,
about my flu.
no issues, ma'am. It's all right. Ma'am, just give me 1 second time.
All right, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
And it's about to move to the our technical session 3, as this is the session 1 for day 2. And for this technical session, I heartfully welcome the chairperson, Dr. Pawanjit Kaur ma'am, Assistant Professor Chemistry, School of Mechatronics Engineering, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune, Maharashtra. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation to act as a chairperson to this technical session 3.
Thank
And
you so much, ma'am.
I would like to invite co-chairperson Dr. Alok Raj sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemical Engineering, Rashtrakavi Ramdhari Singh Dinakar College of Engineering, Bihar Engineering University, Patna, Bihar, and along with these two, actually yesterday Dr. Gandhi sir had missed his session, so I request Dr. Gandhi sir also to please act as chair and co-chair for this session, sir. Thank you so much. And with the permission of all the auspicious and distinguished guests and chair and co-chair, I would like to invite the presentation bearing the number P009 under the title Robotics in Modern Manufacturing Industries by Antra Vag, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune. Is Antra available?
Ma'am, it's Atharva.
Atharva, yes.
So, ma'am, good evening to one and all present here. My name is Atharva Vag. I am a student of BTech Mechatronics, and I am going from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. And my topic for the presentation is robotics in modern manufacturing industries. In this presentation, I will explain how the robotics is transforming the traditional factories into smart, efficient, and flexible manufacturing systems, and why robotics have also become a backbone of modern industrial production. So the agenda of the presentation is that how or the overview of robotics in modern manufacturing industries, the type of robots in the manufacturing industries, the applications of robotics, technical driving robotics, and how it is beneficial, what are the challenges faced, what are the advantages, and what are the emerging trends in this current sector. So let me give you a quick overview about how the robotics is being involved in modern manufacturing industries. The robotics have also become a cornerstone of modern manufacturing, transforming how products are designed, produced, and delivered. Today's factories are increasingly use intelligent, flexible, and collaborative robots, which we known as cobots, to enhance productivity, quality, and safety. The key highlights of this robotics is automation and efficiency, enhanced quality, workforce augmentation, flexibility and customization, connected intelligence systems, and safety and ergonomics. With this aspect, the impacts of the robots are that it in where efficiency, the continuous operation and reduce cycle times, with quality, high precision, real-time defect detection, with safety, handles hazardous tasks and reduce injuries to the people. Flexibility like quick programming for any customization if needed. Integration like with AI, IoT, and digital twins for smart manufacturing. There are some more like role in smart manufacturing, advanced integration, enhancing safety and maintenance, and supporting mass customization. So the overall impact of this robotics is that it is driving shift towards smart, resilient, and sustainable manufacturing, empowering organizations to achieve a higher productivity, consistent quality, and operational excellence. There are some types of robots which are being used in in this industry. The first robot type is articulated, the second one is Cara, the third one is Cartesian, fourth Delta, fifth Cobots, and last one is AGVS or AMRS. The applications of them are mainly for the industrial processes like welding, painting, electronics assembly, pick and place tasks, assembly, and material handling. The core manufacturing applications are welding and fabrication, in which the robotic arm delivers a consistent welding with minimal defects, essential for automotive and aerospace production. We all know that in aerospace production and automation, the defects which can cause a large scale destruction. So there we cannot expect such defects. Through this, the robotics helped us to reduce the risk. In assembly operations, the robots such as the Delta robots handle the delicate components like the micro level accuracy and improve the assembly quality. Next is material handling automation. Articulated robots and AGVs automate palletizing and packaging, reducing the labor and speeding logistics. Next is quality inspection and machine tending. Vision guided robots detect the defects and tend CNC machines, enabling the continuous and high quality production. Now the sensors, actuator, and AI integration of the robotic sector. Advanced sensors in robotics. Robots use vision, force, torque, and proximity sensors for the objective for recognition and delicate handling and collision avoidance. This application is used in various industries for various purposes. Actuators enable a precise motion like the servo motors and pneumatic actuators provide smooth and controlled multi-axis robotic movements for accurate operations. AI and machine learning integration. AI analyzes sensor data for adaptive behavior, predictive maintenance, and real-time decision making in robots. Connectivity through IoT and cloud. These enable remote monitoring and control robot connectivity and collaboration. Now, the benefits are that robotics in modern manufacturing has evolved far beyond traditional automated arms. Today, robots are intelligent, interconnected, collaborative, and adaptive driving, which has increased the productivity, enhanced the safety, improved the quality, and greater manufacture flexibility with a lower operating cost. The advantages and the emerging trends of this are like precision, collaboration, connectivity, and cost models. Like the current state of each of them is micron level accuracy, limited cardboard use, IoT enabled monitoring, high upfront investment. But like the future trends are like self-learning optimization, widespread human robot synergy, cloud-based autonomous control, and subscription-based RAS. Thank you for your time. This was all from my side, and I open up for the question. If you have any queries, you can please do ask.
Thank you, Atharva, for your presentation. So I have two questions for you. How you think that collaborative robots, the cobots, enhance safety and ergonomics in modern manufacturing, and what specific tasks they are specifically designed for?
Ma'am, the collaborative robots help in lot of ways. Like the command which is being given to them, they can perform it with high precision, and they can also reduce the risk in many ways.
Okay. Now connecting to this question only, another question I have. What are some ways in which the integration of IoT, AI, and vision systems with the robotic systems enable predictive maintenance and adaptive manufacturing?
Ma'am, sorry, can you repeat the question?
I said, in which manner, when we say that we are integrating IoT, AI, and vision systems with robotic systems, in what manner it enable the predictive maintenance and adaptive manufacturing? Is there any way, any particular way that you know by which means they can help us in predictive manufacturing?
No, ma'am, I'm not aware of that.
All right, then you must go through this also. Okay. Although
Sure,
your
ma'am.
presentation was really good and you have answered the first question. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other co-chair have some questions?
Any others from participant side wish to interact with Atharva about this presentation? Yeah. Okay, Atharva, congratulations for your nice and wonderful presentation. Keep working on this. All the very best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, the next presenter is not available right now. He had messaged me that he is in train now and the connections are not available.
All right, ma'am.
With the permission of next keynote, Dr. Gandhi sir, we can move to the 11th presentation now, and then we can have Gandhi sir's presentation.
All right.
Sure, ma'am.
Gandhi sir, shall I move to the next presentation?
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Yeah, you can.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And we'll go for the next presentation, P011, under the title Toxin-Free Plastic Synthesis, Green Chemistry Revolution by Tripti Yadav, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune.
Ma'am,
Tripti, share your
yeah, can I get a minute? I'll be joining with my laptop to present. I'm facing some issues from my phone.
All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, meanwhile, we can move towards the next presentee.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can move to the next presentation, P012, the impact of international space treatives on contemporary defense architecture by Gia Mehta. Is Gia Mehta available? Yes.
Yes, sir. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, ma, please go ahead. Just make it full screen and
Yes,
go ahead.
please. Namaste and Jai Hind to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished guests, honorable faculty members, and all the ignited minds present here. I am Jia from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. She's pursuing first year defense, BTech in Defense and Aerospace Technology. It gives me an immense pleasure to be here and begin with this presentation. So today I am going to talk on the impact of international space treaties on contemporary defense architecture under the guidance of Dr. Pavanjeet Kaur ma'am. So, in the introduction, it is traditionally space was viewed as a scientific and exploratory domain. During the Cold War, it symbolized technological superiority through achievements like satellites and moon missions. However, over time, space evolved into a strategic domain, especially with the emergence of dual use technology, where civilian systems like GPS and weather satellites became essential for military operations. Today, space is officially organized as a contested, congested, and competitive war-fighting domain similar to land, sea, air. Modern economies and defense systems are deeply dependent on space assets, making their protection a critical national security priority. Space assets are essential to modern network-centric warfare. They enable secure communication, precise navigation and timing, and continuous intelligence and surveillance. These capabilities allow coordinated operations, precise strikes, and early warning systems, making space infrastructure indispensable for effective modern military operations. Moving on towards international space laws, international space law is founded on UN space treaties within the 1967 Outer Space Treaty as the core framework. It bans weapons of mass destruction in space, prohibits territorial claims, and promotes peaceful use. Supporting treaties address liability for damage, transparency of satellite launches, and restrictions on military activities on celestial bodies through some lack widespread adoption. Despite existing treaties, major legal gaps persist in space law. Conventional anti-satellite weapons remain unregulated. Dual-use technologies blur civilian and military distinctions. Cyber and electronic attacks lack legal, clear legal status, and commercial satellites involved in conflicts operate within regulatory gray areas. Our research shows a deterrence defect in some space laws. While nuclear weapons are restricted, conventional and non-kinetic counter-space capabilities continue to grow under legal ambiguity. This creates strategic vulnerability for high space-dependent defense systems and increase the risk of escalation. Future space security depends on strengthening responsible behavior norms such as ASAT, test bans, clearly defining cyber and electronic warfare in space law, enhancing transparency through space situational awareness, and updating governance frameworks to regulate private space actors. In conclusion, the existing space treaties remain foundational but are insufficient for modern warfare. Space security today depends not only on defense preparedness but also on sustainability, legal evolution, and international operations. So this was all for today's presentation. Thanks for giving me this opportunity and listening with me with patience. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Jia, for this presentation. I have few questions from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you provide any example of commercial satellite that is being used for military intelligence in active war zone?
Like recently, ISRO has launched a satellite which is CMS-03, which
Hmm.
basically works on military purposes. So this is one of the satellites. In last year only, in 2025, it was launched.
Okay. And how does the Outer Space Treaty, which you're talking about here, address the issue of state responsibility for their company's activities in the space?
Like for basically, international space laws are providing the information. Uh, like our Indian Constitution states have different laws like for right to freedom and all this. Similarly, there are international space laws which are for all the countries which are evolving in space. Like it provides information that uh, no one means no country can adopt any celestial body for their fight zone or for any like economic purposes. So
And when we talk about the defense sector, it requires the utmost security, right?
yeah,
So, how you think that implicating those systems into our defense sector, will it be helpful in precision guiding or global military logistics? Will it be helpful taking care of the security reasons?
yeah, it will be like uh, for military purposes. It is that like in case of India also, if we take India is now moving into indigenous like Atmanirbhar side. So for military and security purposes, if we make our own satellites instead of taking help from other countries, so it will be helpful in like security purposes also. Not collaborating with any of the countries like NASA does and European space agencies do. So it is, I think, it will be helpful in security purposes.
All right, Jia, that's all from my side. Is there any other co-chair want to ask or any other distinguished guest?
I request any from the participant side or distinguished guests. Do you have any questions to Jia? Okay, ma'am. Okay, Jia, congratulations and all the very
Thank
best
you,
for
ma'am.
your futuristic endeavors.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
ma'am.
Thanks a lot. Now it's time to listen from our keynote speaker, keynote speech by Dr. Gandhi N. Sir, Department of Marine Biology, Vikram Simhapuri University, SPSR Nellore, Andhra Pradesh. And before this, I request Pavanjit ma'am, still some more presentations are there. After Sir's keynote speech, we'll continue with that, ma'am.
All right, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And over to Dr. Gandhi, sir.
Hope my screen is visible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity, which provided by Dr. Aruna and Srinivas Rao sir. And uh, uh, with her constant support, I'm here to present my novel research work, which carried at coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh. So, without any delay, I'm just moving into my presentation. So we know that urbanization and as well as industrialization will be going to be making so much disturbances in air quality. There are a lot of research going on in the another sectors of the science where we are going to be achieving too many targets and we are developing in all the aspects. But during this particular discoveries, we are forgetting how to stabilize the environmental pollutions, especially air and water. So in the current scenario, there are very less amount of techniques and discoveries are available to clean up our environment. So majority of the researchers and majority of the persons, they are just giving us one thing that plants can be only the solution which can purify most of the pollutants from the air. So taking this fact into consideration, they are developing so many genetically modified and so many plants which having the absorption capability and as well as which can purify the indoor air quality and as well as outdoor air quality, and they are promoting the plantation, avenue plantation of these kind of plants. But my question is really this particular plant biomass can reduce alone the total air quality and total pollutants from the air? So the answer is exactly no, because urbanization and industrializations making the users of this geographical area, and we are occupying more geography to sustain development of industries and urban. And by discovering all these things, the new novel technologies for the rapidization of these industries and urban, we are just neglecting the plantation and avenue plantation. So in this particular scenario, we definitely we require a biological discovery to uh, control the air pollution. So in that particular scenario, just we were going through replace the plant, because the plant requires much more geographical area to grow those all these things. To replace this particular plant, what we can do? So we can take the microorganisms as a new biomass where it can be reduces the pollution, which creating disturbances in the composition of air. So the control of gaseous pollutants from the stationary sources, there are so many methodologies are available, which I listed here. Most commonly, we are using these particular technologies for the gaseous pollutants in the industries, and few technologies already available, and they are using some chemical and other physical elements as a controlling agents. So mostly here I mentioned the four different methodologies which we are using to control that particular air pollution, that is absorption, adsorption, condensation, and insulation. So absorption is a basic phenomena where one or more selected components from the gas mixture by the adsorption is probably the most important operation in the control of gaseous pollutant emissions. So there is absorption process in which a gaseous pollutant is dissolved in the liquid portion and completely it will be converting them into harmless. And after this, the water is most commonly used as adsorbent, because we know that H2O will be having hydrogen ions and it can be bind with the so many air pollutants in a specific medium concentrations. So as the gas streams passes through this liquid, a liquid absorbs the gases in a much way to the convert them into a stable component sometimes and volatile component sometimes. So this is a particular phenomena we taken into consideration, and the liquid solutions we can use in a scrubber range, which will be acting in the same phenomena of absorption, and there we are using some columns and chambers that will be going to be reducing the air pollution. So taking these factors into consideration, we have used in our studies, instead of the common adsorbents and scrubbers which generally using in the industries, like dimethylene, ammonium sulfate, sodium sulfate, calcium sulfate, alkaline water, and some saline waters which they are using to reduce the SO2, decrease the concentration from the industrial stacks and as well as in industrial operations. And generally NaOH they are using to control or reduce or absorb the H2S gas as well as NO2 gases also. And generally hydrogen fluorides, where we are using water and NaOH as a absorbing agent and scrubber. For the NOx, the marine water, where we will be having a more electrolytic and alkaline condition, and aqueous nitric acid also we are using as a absorbing agent. But if I'm talking in a chemistry level, all these are chemicals. When we are taking these absorption elements and as well as scrubber elements, if we are using in an industrial scale, again to discard all these things, we need to go with the another treatment methodology. Otherwise, it become into a soil pollution or maybe a water pollution if it reaches to the ground table. So definitely, industries are now they are using all these scrubbers and as well as absorbers to control the air pollution. But when they are going to be discharging this particular absorbent after the processing, they need to go for the secondary treatment and as well as tertiary treatment to degrade this particular SO2, NO2, and H2S concentrations in that. So to overcome all these problems, there is another technology where generally in industries using, that is bioschrubbers. So where we are using a particular absorbing solution along with the water, there are some other microorganisms which having the capability of degrading or absorbing or reducing the air pollutants. Like if we are talking about sulfur dioxide or SOx, we are going to be incorporating in that particular water with a huge amount of biomass, where the bacteria can reduce that particular SOx concentrations. So in our studies, we have taken bioschrubber and as well as bioabsorber is a marine high algae containing water, which was collected from the Maipadu beach and as well as Krishnapatnam and Machilipatnam beach and as well as mangrove areas of the Machilipatnam. The composite sample we have taken and allowed to grow in the laboratory condition for the duration of 24 days with a specific media. And then further we have analyzed and we came to know that there are a plenty amount of chlorophyce algae, rhodophyce and pheophyce algae. And till now we have just screened, from that we have screened that 7 chlorophyce microalgae as well as 3 rhodophyce microalgae and 2 pheophyce microalgae are majorly found where they are going to be reducing this SOx and NOx concentrations in the water from the air. So for that, actually, this is a particular instrument which we have used for the same scrubber which industries are using, and same methodology we applied instead of NaOH and Na2SO3 and other chemical scrubbers and chemical absorbers. We used water along with this particular algae. And when we passing all air pollutants through this particular instrument, just we came to know that these bio-absorbing elements like microorganisms, or especially algae, also having the capability to reduce this air pollutant within a short duration of time. So this is a particular phenomena where we are going to be talking right now. So in your left side, my PPT is going to be showing you that marine algae, which is having a higher concentration. Each colonies might be nearly more than 100 colony forming unit, and the density of this is 0.85 nanometers at 660 nanometers of absorbance. So that particular quality of organisms we have used here and pass through that particular biofilter, and inlet gas is going to be provided by artificial synthetic SOx, NOx, and H2S. And we know that the reaction with Na2SO3 with HCl will produces the SO2 gas, and that gas we have used as a source for the air pollution. And HNO3, which reacted, we allowed to react with the copper metal and given the NO2 gas, which is a brownish red gas, and that we've collected and passed through this particular biofilter. And H2S, we know that how we are creating this in a chemistry laboratory. And with that methodology, we just produced this H2S and we analyze this SOx and NOx and H2S by various spectrophotometric analysis, like SOx is parallel method, and NOx by the NEDA method, and H2S is also followed the same methodology. So by this, just within seconds of time, because air pollutants, they will be present from the 0 ppm to higher ppms, and we just gone through the at least 200 up to 10 to 200 ppm concentrations of this SOx and NOx and H2S, and sometimes we pass all together at a time, but unfortunately the absorption is not that much of higher, because when we passed individually, the SOx concentrations are reduced much more than the NOx and H2S. Where we are going to be passing this mixture of all three gases at a time, organisms, they just not given the same content of this particular reduction capability that I'm going to presenting these tables. So where the data is given here. So initial concentration of SO2 inlet is 20 to 200 ppm we have taken, and the outlet concentration is 2 to 68. That means around 66 to 90% of SOx is going to be reducing by when we are using a volume of 10 liter of gas in a duration of 2 hours. So at the same time, we have used inlet of NOx from the 10 ppm to 100 ppm because it is a highly concentrated gas and reddish brown gas and carcinogenic gas, so which create a good amount of problem with the human health condition. So taking that fact into consideration, we have used a lesser concentration of this NOx in a laboratory. And there also we have found that the outlet concentration of this NO2 is around 1.5 ppm to 48 ppm, and the percentage of removal is around 55 to 85 percentage. So which is a not bad removal efficiency, because the organisms which we have taken here are also having the capability to reduce this particular NOx. And the same way, we have taken H2S concentration 5 to 100 ppm, and there at the lower concentration of H2S, almost above 99% reduction we have observed, but at higher concentration, 85 ppm we observed, 85% we observed the removal. So which effectively works. Whatever the algal blooms we have taken here in the water have the capability to reduce this particular concentrations of SO2 and NO2 and as well as H2S, which prominently we are calling them as carcinogens. So after this particular absorption, we have collected that particular algal water into a settling tank, and there our main motto is to utilize this particular water for the agricultural uses, because this right now became into eutrophication and having a higher amount of salts, especially SO2 and NO2, and we know that soil is a more deficient of nitrogen, and because of that, farmers are mostly using tons and tons of urea to improve the nitrogen quality in the water, in the soil. So which is a prominent parameter for the or a critical parameter which is going to be playing a prominent role in the agricultural application. So after scrubbing and as well as absorption, we are collecting this particular water into a particular settling tank, and there we are allowing nearly 2 to 5 days to improve the algal bloom content into more, and that water we are going to be using for the agricultural uses. And trials is going on right now, and we haven't optimized the parameters at what concentration we can use and at what concentrations we can dilute, and that parameters is going to be optimizing very soon. And when we have done after settling and growth of this particular 2 to 5 days of over period of this algal bloom, we found that when we have taken this marine water as a source of the absorption or scrubber, there we found pH is more than 8 to 9. But after growing up this algal bloom in that particular high algae rated ponds, 2 to 5 days, after 2 to 5 days, it reaches to 7.6, which is falling under the WHO water quality, which we are using for the agricultural applications. And other parameters also, we have seen that the nitrate content is about 12%, which will be going to be very prominent application in the agricultural aspects. So that is going to be matching with the quality of WHO guidelines, which we are using as a irrigation source in the agricultural applications. So by this, we came to know that we can multiply this particular organisms which we have taken for our studies. Those Phaeophyceae, Chlorophyceae, and Rhodophyceae algae. Not only we can use them as a organisms which can control this particular pollutants from the air, also we can utilize them as a source, as the source for the algal biomass to improve the soil fertility and soil nutrients also. So that is the outcome of this particular absorption, where we are using this particular solution. And another technique we have taken here is adsorption. So absorption is a this particular lower chemistry, and as well as adsorption is a surface phenomena where the binding is going to be taking place on the surface of that particular object, adsorbate. So when gas vapors is brought into the contact with a solid surface or a water surface or any other surface, it will be bind on the active part of that particular surface. And the molecule that disappear from the gas either enter the inside of the solid or maybe outside of the surface. If it is taken place inside, then we are calling it as absorption. If it is the binding is taking place on the upper surface, then we are calling it as adsorption. So in absorption, we have found the very better results, and that's just we wanted to take this particular opportunity to find that adsorption phenomena, because some of the common industrial adsorbents which they are using is yes, activated carbons, and we know that activated carbon is became into a global market right now, and where we are using biochars also for this purpose. But highly commercialized is going to be applicable for the industries, then cost of production and pollution removal will become into more cost. So to reduce this particular thing, what we can do to society to decrease this particular air pollution concentration. So instead of this activated carbon, silica gel, alumina, or whatever it may be, industries now they are using as an adsorbent. To replace this, we have used that particular biochars where we are collecting the waste from the agricultural farmers, especially cotton waste. So after cultivation of this cotton, these people are going to be removing all those plantlets, and they are making them into burn. And because of the burning, huge amount of carbon dioxide releasing into the atmosphere, and again it making into a more environmental pollution. So to reduce this, just we have taken and we collected that particular agricultural waste, and we gone through the slow combustion, which will be not releasing any smoke into the environment and may converting into activated charcoal, and that we simply calls as biochar. And this biochar we have used as a source for the this batch preparation or column preparation. So in that, generally we have used, along with the activated charcoal, we have used some other binding agents and other micropore and macropore making elements that I'm going to be sharing in the next slide. So basically, what is the advantage if we are using all these kind of adsorbent as a source to reduce the environmental pollutions? Generally, there are very low concentration of pollutants can be also removed, but whereas we can't see that in an absorption process, because to take the absorption, it requires more amount of concentrations like SOx and NOx should be more. But adsorbent is a surface phenomena. When it is contact with that adsorbate, it easily attracts that, even it is a lower concentration. And energy consumption is very less. It doesn't require any external energy like temperature or any other factor, pressure, any other factors, because when it come contact with the collision, then it will be definitely attached with that particular adsorbate, and do not need much maintenance. Easy to maintain and easy to clean also. The filters which we are going to be preparing right now as adsorbent bed, and economically valuable, because we are using here is totally environmental friendly, and which can be thrown outside as a waste material, and that waste material we are using as a adsorbent bed here. So generally in industries, they are using so many solid waste materials and as well as chemicals also. Here I listed out few things which we are using as adsorbent for SO2, that is pulverized limestones or dolomite, alkalized alumina. For H2S, we are using iron oxide and hydrogen fluoride, lump limestones and porous sodium fluoride pellets, and NOx silica gel is a very good adsorbent, and organic solvents like activated carbons also we are using. So to replace this, generally we are using here as a binding agent biochar, or we can use that marble chips powder, because the idea we have got from the Taj Mahal deterioration, the monument. So Delhi is a polluted city, so where industries is releasing too much of smoke into the environment, and when they're reacting with the moisture content in the atmosphere, it is converting into acid, and that acid is releasing as acid rain. And because of contact with this acid rain with the Taj Mahal, it is turning that white beauty into yellowish color. So that idea has given to us that these marbles can react with the SOx and NOx components in the environment. So we are using here, along with the biochar, the marble chip powder also, that when this marble polishing is going to happening and marble crushing is happening in the stone crusher industries. There is a lot amount of this particulate matter we are going to be getting, and we collected that particulate matter, and we have allowed a 50-50 ratio of biochar and as well as this marble chip powder into that biofilter making procedure. So just I'm giving you that what are the structural micropores and forming material we have used to construct this particular filter or bed, which we are using as adsorbent. So biochar, which we taken from the cotton industry, and as well as rice husk, which we have derived from the paddy cultivars, because they are having a high surface area when they are going with the activated carbon, and easily absorbs SOx, NOx, and H2S, which is proved from our studies, and act as a microbial carrier, because here we are using activated biochar as a carbonic source, which can give a platform to grow much more microorganisms onto that particular surface area. And along with that, we have used a 10% of millet husk ash, which is rich in silica. So silica, we know that silica gel is a good absorber for NOx, so which improves the microporosity and enhance the mechanical strength of that particular filter and bed. Along with that, we have used molasses, which is another carbon source for the growth of sulfur-reducing bacteria and as well as nitrogen-reducing microorganism. And also we have used press mud, which is a compost we taken from the farmyard manure, which is having a good amount of carbon and nitrogen source, and as well as lychates, which are the trace nutrients, support sulfur-reducing bacterial growth, and starch waste, where we have used potato peel and sweet potato peel as a source of the starch waste, and hydrolysates, which we have extracted from the aquacultural waste, because Nellore coastline is having a greater industrial solid waste from the aquacultural industries, and we have taken those waste like scales and as well as internal parts of that particular fish and prawns. We taken that as a waste material, and we collected some hydrolysates which will be helpful to grow these microorganisms on that particular bed. And obviously, after mixing of all these things, definitely we require a binding agent and a stabilizing agent to make them into a more stable bed. So here we have taken chitosan. Chitosan, we actually, this is also we extracted from the shrimp scales and as well as fish scales only. And actually, we gone through the mushrooms also, but mushroom has not produced that much of good quality of chitosan. So instead of that, we have used this shrimp shell waste as a chitosan source, and that particular chitosan we have used as a binding agent. And second bed, we have taken chitosan as a binding agent, which has extracted from the mollusca and other shells, and these we also given a good quality of chitosan. So when comparing with the chitosan binding capability, shrimp shell waste, chitosan which is extracted from the shrimp shell waste is given a good binding capability. So our further studies also carried with the chitosan which is extracted from the shrimp shell, and which is a natural binder, and also having a antimicrobial activity when we are using in a higher concentration. So we have used only the optimum level, which is a 20 mg per the kg of the biochar and other mixes. So which will be going to be enhanced as a structural integrity, and also will be going to be permeable for so many nutrients which may help to grow the microorganisms which we have taken for the reducing agent. And also we have used sodium alginate, which is a biopolymer which controls the pore size as same, because we are using a water media here. So when it is going to be interacting with the water and along with that other toxic and pollutants from the air, it may loses its porosity. So to maintain that porosity as such, we have used sodium alginate as a biopolymerizing agent here, and which also help in the immobilization of this particular microorganism which we have taken for our studies. So here I listed a few of the cultures which we have taken as a bioadsorbent. Those are the desulfobacter species, and species has to be summarized here, because we have given for the 16S RNA analysis, but unfortunately by this time I didn't got that. And acidothiophils, which is also going to be using for the hydrogen sulfide reduction and as well as sulfur reduction. And pseudomonas species we have taken here especially to control the nitrogen. And along with that, we have used some azolla and other nitrogen nitrifying bacteria and cyanobacteria in our studies. So after of all these combined, and we have prepared a adsorbent bed, and we passed the same gases through this particular bed, and we collected the outlet, and from that outlet we just gone through the reduction percentages. So here also we got that the reduction of SOX is very high when compared to the NOx and as well as H2S, which is concluding by our experiments right now. So the final conclusion of this study is it is very easy to control the SOX when we are using the bioabsorptions and adsorbents comparatively NOx and as well as H2S. And moreover, as concentration of XOS is increasing, it taking the lesser time and as well as removing up to 70 to 80% within seconds of time. Like here I have given here approximately 60 seconds, 1 minute, we have performed the same experiment. So there we observed that the concentrations of SOX is going to be removed more when comparatively NOx and H2S. So finally, the conclusion would be marine algae rich water used as a green absorbing medium for SOX and NOx and H2S, which is a good idea where we can reduce the amount of these air pollutants from the air and industries. And the bed which we have prepared here, that directly we can install in the stacks of that particular industry, and we can reduce the amount of SOX and other pollutants. Instead of inhaling the huge amount of this concentrated pollutants, might be removing 70% or 60%, that might be comparatively better than the taking 100% of pollutant into the environment. And these particular organisms and adsorbent and adsorbents are effective gas removal, which achieved under optimized conditions. And the contact time, it nearly takes 45 to 60 seconds to reduce, and pH, it can be work 7.5 to 8 because we take in organisms from the marine sources, so we have to maintain above the neutral conditions. And temperature is around 30 degrees it requires, but in industrial scale, stack might be having more than 30 degrees. So there we need to check, we need to optimize whether these organisms will be work out in that particular stack condition or not. And comparatively NOx, I already told you that SOX and H2S will be removing more, and algae microbe synergy is enhanced, and gas absorption has taken place in a very good amount. And finally, these I can say that these are the low cost, eco-friendly and alternative to the chemical absorbers and scrubbers. And simultaneously, it can remove SOX, NOx along with the carbon dioxide also. That studies is going on right now. And the spent absorbent media enriched with the nitrate, sulfate, and algal biomass, which we can use for the agricultural applications. So by this, I'm just concluding my topic. And if any queries, I'm always welcome.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful and elaborate presentation. I request any one from the distinguished guests and speakers and participants, if wish to interact with Dr. Gandhi, sir, it is welcome.
Thank you, Gandhi Garu. Good evening, Adab, Namaskar to everyone.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
What a wonderful presentation, sir. Good.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Why did you choose this topic?
Because see, everyone, actually I'm a marine biologist, so everyone in our universities and everywhere, people are looking for a novel research where they can take some genomic DNA and their integration into AI, their integration into nano, everything. But at the same time, we are forgetting, after this much research, we are polluting the environment by taking some chemicals to do these kind of researches, and we are dumping into the environment without any pre-treatment. So that might be releases into the environment either in the gaseous form or a solid form or a liquid form. So by that, if you are releasing into the environment as a gas, it might be air pollutant, and releasing into the environment as a solid, it may deposit into soil and becomes into soil pollution, or liquid, it becomes into water pollution. So there is a need right now to reduce these particular pollutants from these environmental components. So just I took a chance to reduce these particular pollutants.
Yeah, to educate, to create awareness. In day-to-day life, it has some application.
Yeah,
The
definitely, ma'am.
people, students.
Definitely, because
Mm.
the materials which we have taken here, those are which we are throwing outside as a waste material. If we go
Mm.
somewhat processing into a finer thing, not much at the cost, so we can apply this particular solid waste as a bioadsorbent and bioabsorbent, which is freely available in the environment. But we have to make
Mm.
them into a right way to absorb the pollutants from the air and as well as water.
Nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
I liked your way of presentation, you know.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Nice.
Thank you, Dr. Mary ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Gandhi
Thank you.
sir. Anybody else from the participant side wish to interact with Gandhi sir? Any questions or any doubts or any queries? Okay. Thanks a lot, Dr. Gandhi sir. As
Ma'am,
usual.
yeah, yesterday I was really occupied with some other event. It's
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
yeah,
understand.
unfortunate. Yeah,
I
thank you so
understand.
much for understanding.
That's why actually yesterday we had missed your chairpersonship and co-chairpersonship, so that I requested you to please act today's also.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Because Bulta yesterday Alokra sir joined in your place, and today he is not there.
Yeah,
Likewise.
convey my sincere thank to Alakraj Garu also.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Definitely.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
And with the permission of chair and co-chair and other distinguished guests and participants, I wish to call upon Trupti Yadav, P011. Are you ready, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Is it visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible. Just you share your screen, like
Yeah.
uh, make it full screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Good evening, respected dignitaries present here. I am Tripti Yadav from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. I am going to present about toxic-free plastic synthesis, green chemistry revolution. So let's dive in. We will be covering these three parts, which consist of introduction and challenges, principles and innovations in toxic-free plastics, sustainability challenges, and future outlook. What are the toxic-free plastics? So, toxic-free plastics avoid hazardous additives and carcinogenic monomers. They use non-toxic stabilizers, bio-based monomers, and clean routes, safe for food, medical use, biodegradable with minimal leaching. The problem? Uh, Global plastic production tops 400 million tons yearly, mostly fossil-based, with toxins like BPA, phthalates, flame retardants, and heavy metals. These leach disrupt hormones, cause cancer, persist as microplastics, and recycling often reintroduces toxins. Coming on to another part. Here we have Green Chemistry Foundation. Toxic-free synthesis follows green chemistry to prevent waste, use safer chemicals and renewables like plant sugars, enzymes, and design for degradation. Green chemistry shifts manufacturing from polluting to preventive using low energy catalysis and harmless breakdown products. Key methods to include bio-based polymers like Key methods to include bio-based polymers like PLA and PHA from renewables, enzymatic polymerization with biological catalysts, green solvents, and solvent-free methods to cut waste. Bridging disciplines for impact. This is the most important thing, where we bridge
multidiscipline streams together, where chemists design safer polymers, biotechnologists use microbes, material scientists boost strengths, environmentalists assess life cycle impacts, and engineers, along with policymakers, deals with scaling and regulations. Moving forward, sustainability advantages. We have minimized toxic emissions, lower carbon footprint, enhanced waste management, safer consumer products, supports circular economy, where design enables reuse, recycling, and resource recovery. Challenges and future directions. Challenges include high cost, performance trade-offs, and limited infrastructure. Solutions like AI-driven design, biorefineries, policy incentives for commercialization. Towards a sustainable plastic future, we have a vision like toxic-free plastics protect health and ecosystems via green chemistry and collaboration across multi-disciplines. This paves the way for circular industries. Thank you. I'm open up for questions. Is there any questions?
Thank you, Tripti. It was a lovely presentation. I have few questions from you. When we are synthesizing something from green chemistry, specifically the polymers, the plastic, we need to take care of one major thing, which is life cycle and environmental analysis. Do you know something about life cycle and environmental analysis while preparing the plastics? It could be biodegradable or non-biodegradable plastics by using green chemistry, but how you will take care of life cycle and environmental analysis into it?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question, please?
I said, what about the life cycle and environmental analysis? How you are going to deal with these two factors while preparing the plastics from green chemistry perspectives?
So from green chemistry perspective, like for life cycle, we can use some of the chemicals along with the materials to have a long durability without causing any environmental disruptions. And when after that life cycle, when we are going to recycle it or going for degradation, so it uh, generates less toxins than usually plastics does.
Can you give me any one example who that which polymer which is recently made and it sustain up to more than 90 days? Because generally when we talk about biodegradable polymers, they have low shelf life, right? So can you give me any example of any plastic which is recently made by using green chemistry principle and sustain more than 90 days?
Ma'am, I need to look on that.
All right.
Yes.
That's all from my side. Any other
Thank you.
coach here? If you have any questions to Tripti Yadav.
Tripti Yadav is, I have a very strong question, like, I don't know. See, like green polymers or green plastic, you used that phrase,
Yes.
isn't it? Green? What it is? Green?
Green plastics.
Yeah. Why do we call them as green plastic?
Because
Who phrased the, I mean, like, why, in what context it was given?
so
Green
basically
plastic.
these plastics do not generate a lot of toxins, and these are really eco-friendly to our Mother Earth. So that's why in this context they are given as green they are named as green plastics.
They are harmless.
Yes, ma'am.
They are harmless, no?
Can you give any one example, Tripti?
One
You
example
know,
is polylactic. Polylactic
you give from
PLA, which is
household,
yes, ma'am.
household content.
Also,
We have so many plastics, no? We
yes,
use so much of plastic at residential purpose, household, or in business, which we see in day-to-day life. Think about it.
from a defense perspective, I can say for
Give.
making UAVs, we are using such plastics like for kamikaze drones. We are using such plastic which will be harmless after getting exploded. We are working on that.
So nice.
Yes, ma'am.
So nice. Continue your research. Okay. Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Trupti, first of all, congratulations to selecting this topic, and someone is working on environment. I'm feeling very happy. So my question is, see, you are taking this, replacing the single-use plastic covers with bioplastic, that you are going to be preparing this bioplastic from the living sources. That might be animal source waste or plant source waste. But when you are using this source from the living organism, if I'm not wrong, these polymers might be having a higher water or moisture absorption capability, right? Because
Sir,
they are from the living sources. So when you are making this plastic from the living sources or some other living byproducts as a plastic, can it is retain or can it is sustain from the atmospheric moisture? Because I just wanted to know that can we use this bioplastic for the packing material of food grade or food anything food relating packaging and all?
yes, sir, we can use for food related packaging and all, as it is being used nowadays
Okay.
for that purpose. And as for moisture, there there will be a level of uh, absorption level for moisture for these plastics, and they can be sir, I need to learn more about it. So,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Trupti, and thank you, Pavanjit ma'am, thank you, Gandhi sir, thank you, Mary ma'am. So, with the permission of all of you, I would like to go to the next presentation, bearing the number P013 under the title Nano Composites for Aerospace Applications by Hradya Sehgal. Is Hradya available?
Good evening, ma'am. Yes, I'm Hradya Sehgal.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, please. Just make it full screen if possible.
One minute, please.
That's fine, Hriday. It's visible. You can continue with your presentation.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, sorry for the disturbance, ma'am. Actually, I'm outside, so here's a little connectivity issue. So, First of all, a very good evening to all the respected chairpersons, honorable judges, and distinguished delegates. My name is Hriday Sehgal, and I'm a first year BTech student of Defense and Aerospace Technology from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. I'm presenting my paper titled Nanocomposites Plastic with Super Strength for Aerospace under the guidance of my supervisor, Dr. Pavanjeet Kaur ma'am. In the next few minutes, I will explain how nanocomposites enhance plastic materials for aerospace uh, that are used in very critical for modern aircraft and space systems. It is not. Yeah. So first I will do the introduction. The aerospace. So basically, aerospace engineering always requires materials that are lighter in weight, strong, durable, and heat resistant. Traditionally, aerospace materials like aluminum and titanium provide strength, but at significant weight, which increase fuel consumption and operating costs. To solve these challenges, researchers developed nanocomposites which combine polymers with nanoparticles to distract, improve mechanical and thermal performances. Nanocomposites help achieve maximum strength with minimum weight, which is exactly what modern aerospace systems demand. Next slide.
Hriday, you can do it from the arrow.
I'm
There's the arrow
actually
given.
a very connectivity issues happening. Just 1 minute. I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
Uh, so yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So now comes the what are actually nanocomposites. Nanocomposite are the particles which are actually made from two basically polycarbons. One is the CNT and another is a BNNT. So what is CNT? CNT is the standard carbon nanotubes, and other is the nitride nanotubes. What is the basically difference between them is carbon nanotubes are very strong and highly conductive, but they have a limitation, that is they start oxidizing at high temperatures around 400 degrees Celsius. Rather, when we come to the boron nitrate nanotubes, on the other hand, they are very much more like they can remain stable up to 900 degrees Celsius and do not oxidize easily. Secondly, if we come to the again if we come back to again the carbon nanotubes, they are not very ideal for extreme conditions like hypersonic flight or atmospheric re-entries, when we talk about the satellites and our rockets especially. But on the other hand, in the boron nitride nanotubes, they are electrically insulated and are also they show piezoelectricity behavior, which means they can be used for vibration sensing and energy harvesting. In simple terms, if I explain to you what CNT, different basic difference between CNT and BNNT is, CNTs are great for strength and conductivity, but BNNT are better for extreme heat, radiation shielding, and space applications. When we come to the direct topics of rocket launching satellite-based communication systems. Now, I would like to come on the topic of survivability protocols of self-healing and repair. In nanoparticles, this slide basically focuses on on how nanocomposites can repair themselves and improve survivability in outer space. First, Bucky paper is a very strong layers. Bucky paper is a paper which actually comprises of very a bunch of layers used in the materials of nanoparticles. They have a composite background which slow down cracks growth by forcing cracks to change direction. Now, how these direction of the cracks are changed, this increases the damage tolerance of the structure also. Secondly, nanocomposites use self-healing systems where microcapsules release healing agents when cracks form. This allows the material to partially repair itself automatically. Finally, nanocomposites also help extend fatigue life by stopping tiny cracks before they become big structure failures. Overall, this makes aerospace structures safer, longer lasting, and cheaper to maintain. Uh, then we come to the electromagnetic dominance. Electromagnetic dominance is basically the dominance and environmental shielding of our material of the aircraft and rockets or satellites, which help it sustain in the space. CNT coatings can absorb radar waves and lights, which helps in stealth applications and radar cross sections reductions. Nanocomposites, on other hand, also provide lightning strike protection by safety dissipating electrical energies without heavy metal meshes. For space applications, if I talk about, they protect satellites from atomic oxygen erosion and electrostatic discharge. So what is this oxygen erosion, atomic oxygen erosion? It is the depletion region of the ozone layer, which is when oxygen erosion is basically the oxygen is eroded due to that layer, which corroded the outer layer of our satellite. And this nanocomposites help it gain a more stealthier way than the like basically in today's life aluminium and other metals are used. This nanocomposites help it gain more stealth to it, the structure, which are major problems in low earth orbit. Now with the go to these materials not only make aircraft stronger but also like make them stealthier and more resistant to harsh space environments. Now, if we come to the advanced fabrications and direct ink writing, it is also example to it. Basically, this slide shows how nanocomposites can manufactured using 3D printing techniques like direct ink writing. During printing, the nanotubes naturally align in the direction of printing, which creates directional strength. The material can also be cured without large ovens like nano heaters, which saves energy and cost. This process also this is a very actually if I tell you, this is a very complex process, and but a lightweight aerospace parts can be made in a very fraction of time due to it, and the quality at the end is also very good. And in short, if I have to explain this all to you, it is not just the material is not just strong, they're also easy to fabricate using modern manufacturing methods. Now, if I come to the last sensory grid and conductivity, which is the nervous system, bucky paper layers, received in the past three slides, bucky paper layers allow real-time strain monitoring. So the structure can detect cracks easily. The electrical conductivity of CNTs allows self-heating surfaces and electromagnetic shielding. Graphene layers also block moistures and gas, preventing corrosion and material degradation. So when we go back to the second slide of the CNTs and CNT and BNNTs, CNTs comprises of three main materials. That is first is the graphene layer. If we go with the graphene layer, they help blocking the moisture and gas, preventing the corrosion and material degradation. The second one is the electric conductivity of CNTs, which allows heating surfaces and electromagnetic shielding. Third is if I tell you, is basically the CNT also makes the structure smart. And what I mean with the term smart is it can sense damage, protect itself, and respond to the environmental damage. Uh, in the conclusion and the future scope of this nanocomposites and with super strength and aerospace, I would like to tell you that nanocomposites combine the lightness of plastics with the strength of intelligence of nanoparticles. They improve heat resistance, structural safety, stealth capability, smart sensing, self-healing abilities, and many more. And in the future, these materials can be used for self-repairing aircrafts, smart aerospace structures, hypersonic vehicles, and many more. Basically, this is a very cheaper upgradation and a niche technology in the space aerospace terms, which will change the future of satellites and rockets around the world in upcoming 10 years. if I'm not wrong. Nano composites are not just a material upgrade, they are a game changer for aerospace engineering, as I mentioned. And lastly, thank you for your kind intention. I sincerely thank my supervisor, Dr. Pavanjit Kaur ma'am, and my university, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Hriday. You presented so well. Your slides are quite informative. I have few questions for you.
Yes, ma'am.
What, according to you, are the current limitations of using nanocomposites in the aircraft or space industry?
Ma'am,
Current limitations.
current limitations are basically the fault in the manufacturing system. If I go in depth, our PM is initially starting the Atmanirbharta in India, which is the modernization in India, where startups and our own, like basically, manufacturing goods are not very much in India. So everything is imported, and the cost of importing things are very high. So that's why a biggest limitation in nanocomposites are the raw material, the outer, like basically the outer end. Our product is imported only. And by mentioning the Atmanirbharta concept, PM is giving this concept for making the startups grow and manufacturing units to be installed in India only to reduce this cost. So I think maybe along in coming 10 years, this would be improved, and nanocomposites will be actually formed in India in a large scale.
Apart from nanotubes, is there any other nanocomposites which are nowadays being used for any of
Yes,
the,
ma'am.
say,
Like
military
in
application?
if we basically talk about the aircrafts only, cause we are talking about aerospace engineering, and my department is also in aerospace and defense technology. There's a big aircraft, if you all have recognized, Boeing 747, which is called the biggest aircraft in the world, biggest passengers carrying aircraft in the world. It is using its outer body and the inner. Seats and coverage, the inner stealth is made up of nanotubes and nanocomposites only. They have changed all their materials from aluminium, and they shifted basically from aluminium to nanocomposites.
That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Yeah, actually, how this will be going to be relating with the economic aspect, because right now aircrafts are using some nano composites in there. I don't know exactly. Then how you justify this in a economic way? Because if you are using a nano thing, then it will be costlier than the regular kind of composites, right?
Yes, sir.
So
If I talk
whether
about the nanocomposites economically and environmentally, both are very good. It's a very actually good question. I have done a research on this only at starting.
yeah,
Economic. If I talk about environmentally first, it is a very good option because as the in terms of aluminium and other metals used in aircrafts and satellites, they can't be they create space junk, like basically more parts of satellites and aircrafts are thrown into space only, and they revolve around the orbit. But these nanocomposites are biodegradable. Even when they are like not used and they can return back to the earth, they can be biodegradably fixed and they can be recycled in a very minimum time as regarded from the aluminium. And now if we come to economically, that is only I've answered ma'am's question. The more the number of industries and manufacturing units will be installed in the country, the more initial cost of the product will be declined. This would basically increase the productivity of the product, and the cost would efficiently come down. So
yeah, nice.
economically, the product would be good.
Yeah, nice, nice. Okay. Just I came to know from your presentation that these carbon nanotubes and boron nanotubes, which you are suggesting as a nanocomposites, are thermal resistance, first of all.
Yes,
They
sir.
can resist a higher temperature, also more than 900 degrees centigrade. I just came to know from your presentation. But how can you justify in space there is a biological organism to degrade this?
Sir,
Is
your
there not
voice is not
even?
audible. Sorry, but cut gayi आवाज.
Yeah, yeah. If you are suggesting that these are biodegradable,
Hmm.
so is any microorganism or any other organism is available at space if they are not written?
I'm sorry, sir. Can you please come back? I'm like not able to hear what's the proper question of yours.
No, sir is asking if in any scenario nanocomposites are going to be there in the space, so how they are going to degrade, right, sir? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, Sir, basically nanocomposites, if they are basically heat resisting due to the environmental damage, environmental aspects. If we come to the applications of them, uh, they are lighter in weight, and how they if I come to the main edge of that nanocomposites, how they are made. They are the mixing fabrication of plastics and nanoparticles. Nanotubes are made after nano mixing of plastics and nanoparticles. After mixing them, a hard strong product is made, which is also lighter in weight, heat resistance, and all clear for the space and aero like weather applications. When coming to that biodegradable concept, I have done on a like on my report pages only. It's just a small like report on the topic of biodegradability, that these components, yes, they do have a biodegradable nature in the future, but they are still being tested on the grounds. So there's not a proper report that yeah, they are now applicable for biodegradability on their own, or we have to mix another component for like their self-healing properties.
Yeah, nice, Sagar. Just my last question from my side. Actually, which one is good according to you, whether carbon nanotube or graphene nanotube?
Sir, if I would suggest on my basis only, I would go on BNNT, because BNNT is more stronger than CNT, that standard carbon nitride, because it is more stronger and more prominent in use, because in the Boeing 747 only they are using BNNT. CNNT is still in progress and is a more costlier product as compared to the CNT. CNT is the main. If I come to the origin of CNT, they are developed by the US Michigan Society, and BNNT is like from use from past, I think, past 20 years. So it is a familiar compound as compared to CNT from my research, and I would like go on BNNT only.
Yeah, good. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions from anybody else?
Hello. Good evening. See, like
Good evening, ma'am.
nanoparticles we have in India. Can we? Are we now? We are to import. Can we export or something like that? Aluminum. No, when I was listening to your conversation and discussion, it was very interesting. I got this doubt. Nanoparticles, can we have in India? Or
Ma'am,
should we import?
yeah, ma'am. Basically, the overall structure, the end product is what we are importing from other countries. We are not importing the raw material. Raw nanocomposites are basically the mixture of plastics and poly particles. The basic structure can be made in India, but the whole end of that product is imported from our other countries.
Okay.
Any other question, delegates? Any other few? So thank you,
You could
ma'am.
have
Thank
added
you,
10
Honorable Chair.
slides.
Sorry?
7 slides only. You have 7 only slides. With that, you made the presentation. Nice.
Yes. Thank you, Hriday. Thanks a lot and congratulations. Please continue your research journey with the help of Dr. Pawanjit ma'am.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And thank you, Gandhi sir. Thank you, Mary Sunanda ma'am, and thank you, Pawan ma'am. And with the permission of all of you, I am going to next presentation, that is P014, under the title Self-Cleaning Plastic Surfaces Using Nanotechnology by Harsharan Singh.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, but some echo is coming. Please check once.
Okay, okay. Right now, is it okay?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am. Is it visible now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. So myself, Harsharan Singh from School of Automobile Engineering, Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. Today, the topic I will be presenting is self-cleaning plastic surfaces using nanotechnology. So the work is being presented on SIDBI Foundation International Conference 2026 under the guidance of my supervisor, Dr. Pavanjit Kaur. So I will be presenting the presentation from now. So let me move on to my slide. Yeah. So the first subtopic for our slide is biomimicry, the lotus effect. So first, let us understand where does the idea comes from. We use the concept called biomimicry, which simply means copying smart ideas from nature. And a great example is the lotus leaf. Even though it grows on muddy water, its leaves always look clean, but because of the water this is because of the fact that water does not spreads on the leaf. Instead, it forms a small droplet that rolls away, taking away dirt with it. This happens due to the special surface of the leaf. The leaf consists of the lotus leaf usually consists of a special nanoparticle structure that traps air between the water droplet and the leaf surface, which causes it happens when water touches the surface. It does not stick to the leaf surface. It just slides off easily. This makes the surface extremely water repellent, which we can call super hydrophobic. So this natural phenomena, we usually call it as lotus effect. And now moving on to the second slide. So we are talking about how the physics is behind the particle being so the leaf's surface being so hydrophobic, and how does water easily repels on the surface. Now, as we can look in these images, we can see that the surface being hydrophobic depends on three basic states. The one depends on the how the chemical surface energy of the surface is, and another is how liquid is penetrating the grooves. The like I told you, that it consists of special microscopic grooves through which usually traps air between them. Like you can see with my mouse pointer that there are special air pockets that are causing the water bubble to not to touch to the liquid surface. So this low addition causes the lotus effect. Now, as we can see in the the third case is called Cassie-Baxter state, which is the state that we want to achieve in our nanoparticle surfaces. So uh, so our goal is to design the surface to stay under the conditions of the Cassie-Baxter state. Now, moving on to the fourth slide, what are the basic ways of the fabrication of these nanoparticle surfaces? So, to make these self-cleaning surfaces, scientists use nanotechnology. First, materials are prepared by mixing polymers with nanoparticles such as titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. When then these different fabrication methods are used. Like we can see in the images, the first process is material synthesis, which usually we do what we do is we take a surface and then we use usually we dip it, we coat it with a special nanoparticle layer. So that layer, make that layer, we usually do material synthesis. And the materials that are most commonly used are zinc, titanium oxide, zinc, titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, silica, or CNTS. So after the material synthesis is done, we usually dip the surface. We usually dip the substance into the that material that we have synthesized, and after that we can see in these images special nanostructures are formed. These are called nanopillars. So what these pillars do is ki some part some what these pillars do is ki they hold the they make the surface, they make the contact surface between the water molecule or the dirt molecule and the actual nanostructure. The surface is reduced, which causes the water to slide off easily. So now moving on to my final concluding slide, we are talking about what are the industrial applications and what are the impacts on of these of this nanotechnology. So these self-cleaning surfaces have many real life uses. In automobile industry, usually they are used on car bodies, dashboards, and windows. As we know, because these nano surface the car dashboards and body usually tends to get pretty dirty. So to keep them to give them a bit of water resistance and a bit of hydrophobicity, we usually coat them with nanoparticle layers, which increases their hydrophobicity and makes them water and dirt repellent. And on second commercial use, we use them in our lenses and optical equipments. Like we use spectacles. They usually have anti-reflective coatings, and what they do is that they also help to keep the lenses and screens pretty clean. And now if we talk about the infrastructure and the buildings that we are using it in, usually the as we see that skyscrapers are usually covered with glasses, but tend to get pretty dirty. So usually we use a special even in the nano in the materials that we use a special kind of material that uses sunlight to break down dirt, and then the rain washes them away easily. So for the environment and the special nano coatings and the for the environment, these special nano coatings help us break down the plastics into much safer materials, and that can also reduce the pollutions. So with this I conclude with my slide. So any questions there?
Thank you, Hriday. I want to know about the current challenges or any other limitation if we are scaling it for industrial level. For industrial scale, if we want to generate the nano composites, the nano surfaces you're talking about in bulk, what could be the current challenges and limitations, and how to overcome those
The one
challenges?
of the biggest current challenges, these the materials that we are using as a nano layer, it usually consists of pretty precious metals. Like we can see titanium dioxide, and the titanium is quite much expensive. We can see where was it, like, yeah, it's written here: titanium dioxide, zinc oxide. Like zinc and silica are pretty much available in this world, but the thing that titanium dioxide, it is quite much expensive, and also the synthesis of these materials are usually quite hefty on the side, and also they are need to be imported to our country to implement them.
And what if we have to use it in the extreme environment, right? For example, high temperature or high pressure condition. So at that particular time or that particular extreme environment conditions, what about
Hmm.
these self-cleaning nanosurfaces? Can it be utilized or not?
They can't be utilized actually on the in harsh environments, because we are usually coating them, and the coating can easily wear off. So that's why.
Okay. And what about the degradation? Like their degradation is being done over the time. So we need to apply the layers again and again to resist the degradation over the time.
Yeah, we have to actually we can see that after some time the screens we like our phone screens, it also has a special layer of nanoparticles that makes it smudge proof. But after a certain time, after continuous use, the coating usually wears off, so we have to coat them again.
All right, that's it from my side.
Any other
Other
question?
chairs, co-chairs?
Yeah, actually, I just wanted to know that because these titanium dioxide, zinc oxide are photocatalyst, okay. So I just have gone through some research papers where these people are utilizing the photocatalyst to clean up the clothes, textile industry,
Yeah,
to remove the organic stains and all. But I'm
yeah,
very surprising this how it will be going to be degrades the plastic because we are generally using right now nano hydrogels kind of thing and the biohydrogels kind of thing to clean up the plastic deposition in the beach and around the ocean and seas. But I'm very surprised this nano catalyst can degrade the plastics. If yes, up to what level they may degrade?
uh, uh, yeah, as you can wait a minute, I guess my screen share turned off. Yeah. Hmm. So can you please repeat your question again? Actually, I
Yeah,
got distracted. That's why.
these nano catalysts, whatever you have taken, photo catalysts like titanium or zinc oxide. So definitely they clean the stains and organic dirts. But I just wanted to know whether really they degrade or catalyze the plastic which is there in the
Yeah,
water.
like in case of automobiles, we can see that the our headlights, they usually turn off. They usually turn a bit yellow after a certain amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are usually coated with they are usually coated with a hydrophobic layer, and after that, after some time, that hydrophobic layer is actually that causes the headlights to turn a bit yellow. So that's yeah, they have a bit of the property to do so.
Means it requires some optimal conditions like temperature, pressure, everything.
Yeah,
Or
depends on the place you are living in. Yeah.
actually, my question is just I wanted to use this photocatalyst for the degradation of plastic in ocean debris. I mean, in ocean depositions. So can I
Hmm.
apply this? That is my question.
Uh, So I am actually not able to understand your question because my topic is about hydrophobic surfaces.
Sorry, actually, if I'm not wrong, just you are saying that this photocatalyst is going to be utilizing for the degradation of plastic, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understood that. What are you saying? Oh, I understood it. What we can do is like we have beaches. If these plastic layers are applied, if the nanoparticle layer is somehow applied on the like we have some debris like plastic debris on the on the beaches, huh? So
Mm,
what we can do is we can spray we can spray those plastics with nanoparticle layers.
okay.
So yeah, what will it do is it will make it hydrophobic. So with
Okay.
the help of that hydrophobicity, we can easily extract it from the beaches.
Extraction, you are
Yeah,
saying. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, Harsharan, I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
a
Harshit.
question. May I
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Why not?
see a last slide? In that last slide, the picture of, like self-cleaning glass. Can we have self-cleaning glass for residential purpose?
Yeah, we can have for residential purposes. We are actually using it on high-rise buildings.
High-rise buildings. In Hyderabad, we have so many high-rise buildings. There are their offices inside it.
Yeah.
So, what if we can have for residential purpose? Is it costly?
Yeah, it is costly because you have to coat each and every panel of glass with that nanoparticle layer. Because if either it is done from the factory, it might cost cheaper because of the quantity that you are doing it in. But for like a single purpose, it is expensive.
Mhm. Nice.
Any other questions, ma'am, sir?
Okay. Thank you, Harsharan, for your wonderful presentation. Thank you, ma'am and sirs. And with the permission of all of you, I am going to the next presentation bearing the number P015 under the title Residue Analysis of Post-Blast Explosive Materials by Swara Sawant. Yeah, please make it fast, ma. We are running out of
Yes,
time.
ma'am. Can you see my screen, ma'am?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So let's begin. Hello, everyone, all the researchers and distinguished guests here. I am Swara Sawant, and I am pursuing BTech in Defense Technology, currently from Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, Pune, Maharashtra. So today, let's talk about the topic residue analysis of post-blast explosive materials. So let's begin from understanding these residue materials. They are so when an explosion occurs, it may look like complete destruction, but scientifically, explosion is never total destruction. It leaves behind microscopic chemicals, byproducts, etc. These unreacted particles are the residues. So they exist in different forms like solid, liquid, gas, etc. And professionally trained forensic scientists, chemists, explosive device specialists, they use take the samples and they analyze this. Next, why is this relevant in today's world? Like, how does this affect? So first is forensic attribute, helping to identify preparators. Next is counter-terrorism and security, crucial for preventing future attacks. Third is public safety and environmental monitoring. It minimizes harm to people and the environment. Last is advanced recovery techniques, like understanding and utilizing modern methods for residue recovery, which we'll talk about. How does this help in defense? So first is identifying the origin attribute of explosive devices. Like, identification is the most important stage. Next is understanding device construction, to learn about how the device was built. Third is strategic threat assessment, helping to evaluate future risk. And last is legal evidences, which help for to collect crucial evidences for prosecution and investigations in future. Next, these are few of the popular and common explosives found at the site of explosion, that is blast site. They are RDX, PETN, and TNT. There I have few names, their families, and chemical formula. As you can see, the key role of RDX, that it was a primary filler. It is also stronger, like it is more powerful than TNT. Uh, TNT, which is used in shelling, artillery shelling and bomb blasts. PETN is it has high sensitivity and it is a detonator. Next, analytical techniques. So there are various different analytical techniques. Why do we use different analytical techniques? Basically, there is a need of multi-analytical techniques because these post-blast residues include organic, inorganic ions, and solid percolates, etc. There is a multi-technique approach used to improve accuracy, reliability, etc. Like every analytical instruments you are used specify a specific product, like they can measure shape, etc., etc., which we'll talk about. Like, just for example, we have first is GCMS, that is gas chromatography mass spectrometry, which is used to analyze volatile and semi-volatile organic explosive compounds. It can be it gives us a high sensitivity and precision identification. Next is HPLC, that is high performance liquid chromatography. It is used for non-volatile or thermally unstable explosive compounds. Unlike GCMS, this does not require high temperature, which prevents decomposers and have accurate analysis. Third is ion chromatography. Ion chromatography detects inorganic ions such as nitrate, chlorates, and perchlorates. Also, these are important chemical markers. Last is SEM EDS for percolate analysis. Also, they tell us about shape, size, element composition, identification of metallic fragments, and detonation of byproducts. These are the techniques. As we can see, the first one is about liquid chromatography, then the downs is about ion chromatography, and next about aside is about SEMD. Next, environmental damages which can be avoided. These residue analysis methods can really help us avoid different environmental damages. Basically, they contaminate land, water, soil, as well as air by soot. So, soil degradation can be avoided, water contamination, air pollution, and ecosystem disruption can be avoided. As we know, these chemical and physical residues cause a lot of pollution and damage. So, what does this analysis exactly include? Like, if what do we exactly do? That means we do analyze these products or the materials that we get near the site or the blast site. So, the very first that we include is identification. Basically, without identifying the explosive or the material near the blast site, you cannot analyze with the help of analytical instruments. In defense, we say if you cannot detect a mine, you cannot neutralize it. Detection is the major part, which applies here as well. Identification is the major part, after which we can use or maybe think about the solution, remedies, safety. Then comes the monitoring system where we can analyze what product it is or what material it is, what family it belongs to, its structure, how much toxicity it has, how much it can contaminate, etc. These are few of the more techniques, that is Raman SER, which is which detects molecular vibration. It also detects a very important thing, that it detects a very small traces, that is nano traces as well. Next is FTIR spectroscopy. It detects it gives us the functional groups. It is fast and non-destructive. NMR, that is nuclear magnetic resonance. It detects molecular structure. Then next is electrochemical sensors. These are taken to the sites because sensors, the job of sensors is to sense, right? So these are taken to the sites and they sense on-site destruction, and they are really rapid. Last, ICP, it is a metal detector. It detects the metal fragments and gives us the output. Next, what kind of evidences that we analyze? So as we saw, what is residue and how do we analyze? But what do we exactly analyze? So we basically analyze physical evidences and chemical evidences. Physical evidences include electronic components or devices such as detonators, wires, fuse, parts, other containers, components, initiators, etc. And chemical explosive residues include the explosive which are not reacted and can be reacted in future. For example, in Germany, there are the bombs of World War II which are not yet reacted and which are still found. For their, to take it out and neutralize, people are excavated. So it is one of the examples. Then also some smokeless suits, powders, etc. Next, I am a BTech student, so I understood the problem statement, that what is the problem. Then we also took the immediate methodology, that is analytical instrumentation. Now I just want to clear a few points that are solutions that I thought about I should read, and they are first that these residues really damage the environment and the society. They can cause different toxicities and health hazards as well. Stopping them at the initial and primary stage is really very important. So the first part is stopping soil and land contamination. First is contaminated barriers, then excavations, then some bioremediation, that is important for biological things, then chemical immobilization. Second is preventing water pollution. Water is a very important part of our life. If we don't have water, it is not possible. So preventing water contamination is one of the major factors when there is blast or there is any explosion at a site. Pump threat and hydraulic control. Third is mitigation air and gas pollution, which is caused by soot and gas produced through the explosion, because when explosion comes, the gas comes obviously. So the fume management, dust control, etc. Last is handling unreacted explosive. When I was discussing this research paper with my father, he just simply asked me that what would you do of an unreacted explosion, and I was really out of it because I didn't think of it like what is the solution. So then when I thought and I recovered, I searched about it, I got to know that we can recover it. Finding it is a very important part again, and then neutralizing it by strictly disposing it. Next, before going to the future and the last slide of me, I just want to give a short example. There was a blast happened in Delhi few months ago, and we all know that it was a very big blast. So that also included few casualties. So basically, what residue analysis helped in, residue analysis investigated on citing an official forensic report uh, in a professional way. So they basically screened and collected few soil samples, swabs, debris, and metal fragments and percolate matter from the site. Then they used these analytical techniques to basically segregate them into different things and know more about it. Like the techniques that they use were GCMS, then Raman and ion chromatography were the major techniques they used, because of which they understood what was the threat, how was this formed, and how can we avoid such kind of blast. Basically, avoiding is not something very practical because you cannot avoid it. It is not planned. It is not you know about it, right? It happens suddenly. So prevention is not like these remedies are something which are curable and which we can use as a prevention. So I have few technologies I think can emerge in future, which are nanotechnology. We are still learning about nanotechnology, and also advanced chromatography and nuclear magnetic resonance, which are really important. I have a short thinking about strategic and methodological shift, that is ML integration, that is machine learning and AI would be included in this, would really help in getting it faster. Like we need some product which can be miniatured and which would be on the site and which can give you a result in few seconds, like, or maybe few minutes, which will be rapid and which will be really helpful for the future, whatever the your whatever plan or terrorism or threat assessments or safety or remediation you want to secure or cure from. Lastly, targeted residue collection is a very important point. When you go to a explosive site, like explosion site, there are a lot of things there, right? There are ashes everywhere, there is fire, there is soot, there is gas. You need to figure and find the like exact residue which will give you the which will give you the proof, or which will prove you that these things, these are included in iron, these are included in fragments, these are included in chemical, these are physical. So basically targeting them needs a sensor, and if we can create something like that is a really good progress, and I would really think this is an important part. To conclude, I just want to say that post-blast residue analysis bridges defense and environmental responsibilities as well. So by scientifically identifying these residues, it is not only giving you national security, but also helping your environment and yourself to be safe. So the defense is not only about managing the blast, but it is about the protecting life and land after it. These are my sources. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Swara, for giving deep insight to the forensic analysis. So, I have few questions. Now, think of you as a forensic analyst, all right?
Okay.
And the blast has already happened at a place.
Right, ma'am.
Now, looking at the environment of that blast scenario, what could be your steps to identify the risk, to mitigate the risk, and to lower down the environmental impact of that particular war area or blast area?
Yes, ma'am. So first of all, as a forensic scientist, visiting the blast site, collecting few residue samples, as I said, targeting them, finding out the residue samples, then analyzing them well, and third, I would really look forward to do it fast, because if I do that fast, I can help them stop contaminating the toxicity. So by to stop that toxicity, I would decontaminate the soil and toxic and the land, as I told in my slide, by bioremediation, and then I would purify the water, or maybe the filtering format of water is really important for lowering the contamination. And soil dust, I mean fume, dust particles and fume things we need to look upon, and I would really do that, ma'am.
If you don't know which blast material or which high energy material was used in that blast, how can you like create the remedies for environmental exposure to get lessen?
Yes, ma'am. These blast materials are analyzed by the analytical instrumental methods. What it is, like if it is RDX, if it is TNT, and these methods help us know the what exact source or what is that exact chemical used there.
All right, that's all from my side. Other co-chairs?
Anybody else from the audience side or guests? Any questions to Swara Sawant? Okay. Ma'am, without much delaying, we'll go to the next presentation. Actually, these presentations have been added later under any other discussions category. I would like to call upon Dr. Pratap. Dr. Pratap, are you ready with your presentation? Or Shweta ma'am? Shweta JC?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Please, ma'am. Yes.
1 minute, ma'am. 1 minute, ma'am. I'm going to present. 2 minutes.
Yeah, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Close it. Good evening,
Ma'am,
everyone. Yes,
sorry.
ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible. Just make it crispy and
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
Good evening, all. My topic is preparation and characterization of co-crystals, and the active pharmaceutical ingredient which we have used here was ganciclovir and fumaric acid. So the experimental and computational assessment of ganciclovir, fumaric acid co-crystal for improved solubility. I am from Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, Kalaburgi campus. Going to present the how we have prepared the co-crystal and what are its application and the characterization we have conducted. Before going to the topic in detail, just want to give a brief idea what is API and how to improve the API properties through in pharmaceutical co-crystals. Means by enhancing the API properties, we improve the drug performance and outcomes like solubility, stability, and tabletability. And the main properties we look into and work on the API are solubility, bioavailability, and stability, and its flow. And here the formation of co-crystals or salts, anything can happen. Based on the characterization, we will conclude whether the formed crystal is a co-crystal or salt. Of course, every drug, whatever we take, it's not going to soluble completely 100%. The main challenge the drug every drug face is mainly solubility. More than 60% of the drug shows the poor solubility, and due to increased molecular size, that is LEO facility. And this co-crystallization, it enables the tuning of psychochemical properties. So we are going to enhance the properties, and that is how we are going to make the drug more feasible and available and enhance its capacity. As I said, it can form co-crystal or salt. The minor difference between co-crystal versus salt, if we have to tell, is it is a bond formation. Co-crystal forms bond via pi or van der Waals, which we call it as non-covalent interaction. And it is not limited to ionizable APIs, unlike salts. And broader applicability in pharmaceutical development. Both have application equally, whereas only the difference between whether they form the bond through hydrogen bond or non-hydrogen bond. The API which we have used here is ganciclovir. It is an antiviral drug which is used for CMV infection and other. It exists in two polymers, that is form 1 and form 2, chiral form. Also, it forms multiple hydrates exhibiting hydrogen bond networks. And the main limitation of ganciclovir is poor solubility, stability, which hinder the clinical performance. And fumaric acid was selected, and there was a bond formed between ganciclovir and hydrogen. And this was done through the slow evaporation method. First, we grounded both this material in the ratio 1:1 stoichiometric ratio, and then it was allowed to slow evaporation using ethanol and water system of 50%. And after a few hours of 48, more than 3 days, not 48 hours, more than 4 days, we could see the formation of crystals, and which was again carried out to confirm whether it is a single co-crystal or salt. And for the other characterization like FTIR, DSC, and antibacterial and cytotoxin studies also have been carried out. And as I said, the main aim of this study was investigate the structural, thermal, and electronic characteristics of the co-crystal, and the different techniques whatever we have used for single crystal XRD, DSC, FTIR, and DFT calculation. These are the to improve the solubility and solution are the properties which we have kept as a main goal. And these are the different techniques we have used for the confirmation of this one. If we Yes, this is a simulated IR spectrum of a gaseous phase structure of fumaric acid and ganciclovir, which shows the formation of the co-crystal. And the other technique, whatever we have used, is Hirschfeld analysis and the pKa analysis. Hirschfeld analysis surface, which tells the different interaction which has occurred. If we see this slide particularly, here we can see whatever the different interaction whichever has taken place here. If you see here, CC bond and CO bond, CH bond and the CN bond and the OH bond. If you observe here, we can see that it is the OH bond, and the hydrogen bond, it is showing the major contribution because of which crystal packing has taken place. So after getting the confirmation of Hirschfeld, the single crystal XRD and pKa analysis and FTIR and DSC, we have gone further for the dissolution study, in which we have used the USP apparatus with the pH buffer 7. And here you can see the improved solubility. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
you are audible, but your screen is not visible now. Shweta?
Okay. One minute, ma'am. One minute, ma'am. Yeah, actually, I was explaining what are the 2D fingerprint plots I was trying to explain. which was showing the specific intermolecular contacts like HO and OH and CH and other bonds, in which we could see that OH contribution was more than 35% to the overall crystal packing. And whereas other interactions were CH contribution also we could see, which is 5.7. Other than that, NH contribution, because of which crystal packing was taken place, it is like 9.8 percentage. After which we went for dissolution study. In the dissolution study, we could see that enhanced solubility. The dissolution profile was showing it was conducted over a period of 90 minutes, and the result presented in this graph, we can see that is the drug release is more. It emphasizes that the role of fumaric acid in enhancing this dissolution character of the ganciclovir. And here we can see that ganciclovir has showed slow and steady release. It has showed a faster and more efficient release also. And here in this graph, we can clearly make out that after every 10 mark, that is more than 35% of the drug is released. It is like almost more than 3.5 times. It is higher than the pure drug. So the drug release, it continued, and it showed more than after 60 minutes, we can see that 100% of the 100% of the drug release also we can see here. And also we can see there is a slight decline also is observed here. Percentage of drop has been observed here. That is 96% it has declined to after 70 minutes. We can see here. Probably this decline could be indicated for the saturation of the medium or the potential precipitation of the drug also after reaching the maximum release. So this improvement could be attributed to, again, fumaric acid, whatever we have used as a co-former.
Ms. Shweta,
So which
your
has
slides
increased.
are still not visible to me.
Sorry, ma'am?
Your slides are not visible. Is it visible, Aruna ma'am?
No, ma'am. Actually, she has
It's not visible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You had
No,
not.
it's not visible.
Ma'am?
Yeah,
No?
now
Yeah,
it is.
now it is
Now
visible.
can.
Oh, sorry. I was explaining this only.
Yeah.
Possibility of ganciclovir, which has enhanced more than 3.5%, almost 3.6% of the solubility has been increased by the formation of the co-crystals. So this is how we have, these are the characterization and the application part of our study. If you have any doubt or queries, you can ask.
Is there any solvent effect? Like if we change the solvent, will there be any changes in the UV spectrum?
Solvent, yeah. No, ma'am.
During
Actually,
the
for the
preparation,
UV
if we
spectrum,
change.
we see where the maximum wavelength is observed. To the particular wavelength only we have selected, because of which actually UV study we have not done, ma'am, for this one.
Okay.
Our main aim was to get the co-crystal and confirm it, and confirm especially through the single crystal XID. So by using single crystal XID, we confirm that yes, it has formed. Co-crystal only has been formed. Afterwards, we went for application part.
Okay.
That is to check really whether solubility or dissolution has been increased or not.
So in the XRD, what were the bond angles, bond lengths? Do you have that table with you?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Once again, I will display it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Is
please
it visible, ma'am?
No. You have to share your screen once again.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about.
Yes, ma'am. And we can see the supramolecular formation also. Packing.
Perfect. Have you done any theoretical study also, just to compare your practical analysis with the theoretical analysis, to confirm that whatever you tried to achieve is achieved now?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, we have done this one DFT study, ma'am.
Okay. That is what I was talking about.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Yeah.
That's all from my side.
Yeah. Thank
Good
you, ma'am.
presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sweta ma'am.
Thank you.
Anybody else from the audience side or distinguished guests wish to interact with Sweta ma'am regarding this presentation?
Sweta, why did you choose this topic?
Ma'am, usually drugs, whatever drugs we take, means they always suffer with this poor solubility, as that is one issue with which it is always associated with. We just wanted to address this issue of solubility, and we wanted to enhance the solubility issue. So through the formation of co-crystal, especially.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Anybody else? Okay. That's all for. Yes, sir. Yes, please. Sir, you are in mute conditions.
Explain what is co-crystallization, because the reason is I know co-precipitation. So in the crystallization means, do you mean structurally, physically, both two entities, they integrate and form one crystal, then it is a crystal. And
yes,
then,
sir.
okay, can you please explain? It is my layman understanding. That's all. Please.
Simple definition of a salt, sir. One acid radical and basic radical come together, and two entities are formed because of the formation of hydrogen bond. It's just that, sir.
So
Here, why the name co-crystal means, particularly we take active pharmaceutical co-crystal, we combine with one more chemical entity, and we are trying to bind it through a hydrogen bond using some solvent as medium.
I mean, that brings to another question. The binding can be done by simple van der Waals forces.
Yes,
which
sir.
is a physical type of integration, or it can form intrinsic chemical bonding, which is much stronger. So what is because I have, you showed some large organic molecules in 3 dimensions and all.
Yes, sir.
So that means they formed a physical chemical bond, is it?
Yes,
that
sir.
is,
Yes, sir.
No, I just want to learn because I am not an organic
Yes,
chemist.
sir.
So
It's okay, sir. Yes, sir. So actually we can form, sir, but just to get single crystal is very difficult, sir.
This question is not only for you to your advisor also. I think she is a co-author, so that's why anyone can answer.
Actually, sir, we tried more than some 100 combination we tried, among which only this could work with us. Ganciclovir, that too with fumaric acid and with ethanol water system. 1:1 ratio. We tried different stoichiometric ratio, different solvent combinations, different temperature. We tried. Among all, only this one could work, through which we could get single crystal XRD. Other could not get. Either they precipitated or they just formed the flakes-like structures. Single crystal XRD we could not get. Now, single crystal XRD, one co-crystal formation is added. This one, they will form beautiful structure, whatever I have displayed now, and they are the one which always have this increase in solubility, tabletability, and other features of the drug. All these properties will be enhanced actually only from the formation of co-crystal, not with flakes or not with any other co-precipitates. They don't have this advantage. That is why we are mainly focused on the formation of co-crystals only, because of its multiple advantages. And it is tough also actually to get. Sir, hope I could answer.
Yes, fine, thank you. Because I didn't, my question was completely different. I just wanted what is the co-crystal.
What is the question, sir? Can you please
That
repeat?
is what my all other things I don't know. I understand now. That is fine. Okay, bye.
Okay, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Shweta ma'am.
Ma'am, actually,
Sir is asking what exactly co-crystallization.
co-crystal, it is again a crystal which is formed because of the it is a co-crystals are the entities which are formed by the formation of hydrogen bond. It is two entities have combined together because due to the formation of hydrogen bond.
Okay, that is what I was expecting. You said hydrogen bond, fine. So that is, it is a hydrogen bond. It means almost very low free energy type of thing. I understand now. That is fine. That is what I was asking. Is it just
Okay.
with this sort of thing? Okay, fine. Good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you so much. That's what all about 2 days international conference which was organized by Sidvi Foundation on the occasion of the auspicious Republic Day, Jan 26th yesterday, and today second day, 27th, and we had almost around 18 presentations since yesterday to till now, and about 8 awards we had announced, and it's all because of the cooperation and constant support of all the stalwarts present over, and they are continuously giving their support to the Sidvi Foundation all the time. I thank one and all who made this as a realistic grand success. On this occasion, I wish to hear any feedback from the student side for a minute, because already it's getting too late. So first of all, from student side, because many of the students have been joined this event today.
I have one small suggestion. It says in your scheduled discussion. So this is the time when the audience can ask any of the authors, not necessarily the present one, any authors. You have question with Dr. Gandhi, you can ask him. With me, you can ask me. Or with Dr. Kaur, you can ask. So this is the time for you during this conference. Come forward and clarify your doubts. I mean, Sweta, until she told me until hydrogen bond, I was really poking her. So like that one, you guys, you are free to ask. It is a scientific problem. It is not anything personal. So everybody has a last chance to ask. That is because it in schedule it says discussion. So that's why this is how I understood it.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Anybody else? What sir suggested that you can ask any type of question to any of the authors, whomever present over here, because I couldn't see the yesterday's presenters and yesterday's guests here now. But today, whomever present in the list, you could see in the presenters like participants list. So you can ask questions, or you can ask any queries, or you can interact with them if you want, because this is the chance to meet all of us. It may not come again by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. This is the chance to meet one and all on this platform.
Pavanjit Kaur ma'am, your students yesterday also they presented papers. Am I right?
Yes,
Yesterday?
Yes,
Today
ma'am.
also they presented papers. Almost, like they are PhD students or just BTech?
No, ma'am, they are BTech students.
Okay.
Yes.
I have one question to Dr. Ko. I think you
Yes,
are the
sir.
one who presented on the future STEM, artificial intelligence, I think.
Yes, sir.
So I just want to have an ethical question. If
Yes, sir.
everything is automated and all systemized, are we going to close the colleges and teachers' positions in a humanity wise? Because everything can be, you can put it at some place and they can actually learn through this one. So why all those things? Is it going to hurt the teaching profession, the people who elect teaching as their profession? So this is an ethical question. I'm just asking.
Sir, the thing is, AI is not going to replace any faculty because teachers are having the moral values and ethics, professional ethics, whether it comes to life ethics, teachers are more ethical. No AI can replace the faculty members. And whenever we are generating data from I must say that we must look through the data provided by AI so that we can ensure whether the data which AI is giving us is accurate or not. Because many time it happen that we are giving prompt to say any generative AI tool, whether it is chat gpt or perplexity, and it is giving us the wrong data, because many times the wrong data is also available on the internet. So it is using the freely available information from the internet. Many times it is not using the ethical sources from the internet. So that is why whenever we are using AI for say image generation or for content creation, we must ensure that it is using ethical resource, and we need to ensure the ethical use of AI, where we are not giving our whole data to the AI. For example, I have seen nowadays what students are doing, they are sending every degree, every certificate that they have achieved to AI just to generate the LinkedIn post, or say making the CV, which is unethical. By this way, AI is recording our whole data. And since the AI is using that data for predictive analysis of such sort of queries, so it is having the data security issues. So we must not use such things with the AI.
The reason
Yeah,
I
that's
asked,
yeah.
sorry, the reason I asked this question was uh, while I'm taking these management courses, I have a management master's. In that one, there is, I forgot the name of the course. They say, why can't we pool the mind, expertise of people like me who have spent 40 years in particular field? They, let them prepare the whole thing, and we can just put it as a facet knowledge, and everybody can draw from that one. So this is what that course was emphasizing. That's where it was really. I asked the instructor at the time a question. So from tomorrow, you don't have a job if I can ascertain knowledge from the computer mind. That's what the reason I'm worried about. Already, some people say not to have classroom, only you can learn from online. Classroom itself, in my opinion, I'm an old god, is a discipline. A teacher is a sacred person teaching to us. Lot of times, it is not simply downloading some information. Teacher, when he is teaching, when student asks question, he uses his own experience in life and
Right.
answer. So that we will miss. That is what I am worried about. that
Yes,
the
sir.
whole educational system may vanish. So for that one, I asked. There's
Right,
no
sir.
personal criticism on this one
Definitely, sir.
because
Sir,
we
we
cannot.
must use AI for helping with the grading system or for the content creation if we want to. But it's not like that. We need to solely depend upon AI because we, being human, we have created AI, and we can say we teacher have more experience to deal with those queries with those questions rather than any AI tool.
Hmm. Sir, actually, in Rao sir, good evening and namaskar, sir. Sir, in Telangana state, we have, I came to know that robotics are introduced into the classroom. Okay. The guidelines are given to robotics by human intelligence only. Then, when robotic is in operation, the teachers are surrounded, like after robotic completes its work, then teachers enter into the classroom, they do the evaluation part. They ask the questions, did you understand this concept or not? Then children should answer them. In repetitions, robotics may play a very important role. But from that level, again, the student should go up while teaching the concept of, say, what you call that photosynthesis. Teacher may associate that knowledge with the human being. Human being also prepares the food and photosynthesis also prepares. That question may not be done by the robotic. Okay. So a live evaluation. Some impediments are
Definitely.
there, sir. Thank you for helping, motivating us to have this kind of discussion. Sir, thank you, sir.
The reason is it is based on circumstances also. Because I visited Australia. Australia people are settled only on the corner on the west or east coast only, scarcely west coast. But a lot of times in between, in the middle, for 50 miles, you have one house here, 50 miles, nothing. So under those conditions, it's difficult. So they will have a school and then they send the teach by, but still teacher teaches you. And then the students take a note. So that is there is no other alternative. They can't do anything. See, when I was growing up, the students will come. Of course, unfortunately, it is only about a mile for my house. But people coming from villages, 4 or 5 miles, they come on walking and then go back. So that was the time when it was necessary. When you said robotics, I remembered the course I attended is called Human Factor Engineering. In that one, we will take the brain and put it somewhere, and then it is passed on. But it is a situation, of course, there is an English proverb, new waters take away the old waters. So new theories will have to be adopted as the time is passing on. It's a good comment, and I have to hats off for Paranjit Kaur for her inspirational talk today. Oh, thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Congratulations, ma'am. Pavanjit,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Now it's time for our vote of thanks. I request Dr. Bharatjyoti ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Mary Stella College, Autonomous, Vijayawada, to please give a formal vote of thanks. Over to Bharatjyoti ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not properly audible. Please speak loudly.
Me now, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, distinguished guests, honorees, presenters, and participants. It's a profound honor and privilege to extend this vote of thanks on behalf of the on advancing knowledge from multidisciplinary perspective in agriculture, life sciences, engineering, and technology, ICAKMPALET 2026 and the International Award Ceremony Pratishtha 2026. First and foremost, we express our deepest gratitude to Professor A. Srinivasarao garu, Senior Scientist at AYR Studios and Lifetime Achievement Awardee. Your invaluable expertise and insights have set a high benchmark for innovation and enriched our deliberations immensely. Sir, your words, the teacher's definition, he or she is a sacred one. Yes, sir, that is true. No one will replace AI, no AI or some other robotics, human robotics. No one will replace the teacher's position, sir. Thank you. We are equally grateful to Dr. Ania Lampo from Greece Ministry of Education for providing a truly global perspective, and to Mr. S. Prakash Rao Kollaram, Honorary Advisor to the Sidvi Foundation for demonstrating the vital link between advanced research and education. Our sincere appreciation goes to our galaxy of experts who shared their profound knowledge, Dr. Vikas Kumar, ICAR, IASRA, and Dr. Dixon Adam, KNUST Ghana for their academic leadership, Mr. Nagbabu Abbaraju, Director of Ecolabs and President of SSRD, for his unwavering support in fostering innovation, Dr. Kastava Kumar Sukla for adding new dimensions to our understanding of engineering and technology. We also thank our distinguished speakers, Dr. Bir Abhanyu Kumar, Dr. Pawan Kaur, Dr. Gandhiyan, and Dr. D. Jayarajan and Dr. Alok Raj. Your contributions have been the backbone of the multidisciplinary exchange. A special acknowledgement is reserved for our conference director, Dr. Aruna Nakela. Her exceptional vision, meticulous planning, and tireless leadership have been the driving force behind the grand success of this two-day event. Finally, to our speakers, delegates, and participants, thank you for your active involvement and thought-provoking questions. You have turned this conference into a vibrant, impactful platform. As we close, let us carry forward these new collaborations to make meaningful contributions in our respective fields. Thank you. Thank you all once again with gratitude. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear friend, Dr. Bharatajyoti ma'am. Always your support is driving towards these grand successes. Thank you so much. And now it's time for honoring our nation by singing national anthem. I request all of you to please stand before your devices to join your tone for singing national anthem. Okay, let us start. जनगणमनाधिनायक जय
जय
भारत
भारत
पंजाब सिंधु मराठा द्रविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा
जल
जलधरंग तव शुभ
तब शुभ
नामे
जाय तब शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तब जय
जनगणमङ्गलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे
जय हे
जय हे
जय
जय
हे
हे जय
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 हे
जय
जय
हिंद.
जय हे.
Thanks a lot once again to all. Now officially I am concluding this event meeting, and I'll get back to you through WhatsApp regarding sending your certificates and all other things to you. Thanks.
I've got one small comment to Arun. Maybe
Sir.
next time you should focus on social sciences
Definitely,
because
sir.
social
We had a
sciences
plan.
is very, very important.
Yes,
And
we
in
had a
fact,
plan. And I request all of you, all the like actually not only female, for male also, but we got an opportunity to include in IUPAC Global Women Breakfast on the coming 10th February. Last year also we had organized a national symposium. Actually IUPAC and Association of Chemistry Teachers is giving a globalized event on that. We also got a place in that to conduct any symposium or any seminar like that. So I request either Pavanjit ma'am or because we don't have time to make it as a symposium or presentation, so I am thinking to organize as in the form of a series of seminars on that day. So I'll give I'll give some schedule half an hour of, each, and I'm planning still I'm planning because I was busy in organizing this conference. So from tomorrow onwards I'll think on that, and every half an hour 20 minutes I'm planning to give some sessions I want to include Mary Sunanda ma'am also. In their own expertise they can give their talk on that day. So I'll send you a proposal to all of you. If you are free, then please give me a chance to be with you again in that. I'll plan. Yes, sir. Please tell me, sir.
Extending to my suggestion. In fact, today I thought of in the last 2 minutes I thought of giving a talk on the lipi means the script, evolution of script, particularly Telugu. So then I thought, no, it is more science today. So I quickly look at this one. But in the social sciences, different people. I mean, let us say a Kaur, I'm sure her name sounds Punjabi. She may have something about the language of Punjabi, how it has origin, whatever it is, we don't know. Because we always see them, I don't know whether it is written like Arabic or something. That is how I mean, I left India 50 years ago. That's how I think. But at least this sort of thing, people from Tamil Nadu, they may have something. I'm not saying completely alien subjects to talk, but something to sound, something we should represent our roots, because we should not forget our roots. If we forget our roots, we are forgetting ourselves. So that was the reason I was just thinking under a social sciences. It could be linguistics or something social formation. Or there are some cases where they have in their state or in their thing, the uh, people who are not well known to others except themselves and their own areas. So this sort of social issues could be good. That is how I feel. And also a request next time not to use my name because every time I will attend, there is no doubt. I will, but showing me there, I feel a little. I have
Actually,
my
I'm about
own.
to request you, sir, to please be with us on
I,
February 10th
I
also.
have I have my own restrictions, consultations. Now you guys can see because I worked in such a positions. And now, because of the socio-economical, the political thing, I am not comfortable. So please remove that and don't use. You can extend invitation. I will come. I will say one thing. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Already. Thank you.
And one more announcement
It's
I
a
wish to
wonderful
give.
talk. I have to really um, appreciate for her, for Dr. Kaur's dynamism. Not only in his subject, she brought the whole session is of her research student. That is a surprisingly great thing.
That's what.
Coming from faculty of chemistry, you may say, I am also
Actually,
in different. I am also
when
in
I saw
different.
all these presentations, ma'am, from your side, I had seen into myself, because in 2013 I used it to be like this. All my students are very interested to participate, and at Andhra University we had presented, ma'am, like 15 presentations there were selected. Out of 15, 13 presentations are from my students only, and all are mechanical students.
That's
Yes,
what
ma'am.
I'm saying. You see, for me, I give in different areas, both science, engineering, technology, medicine, and all I give, because I have 40 years of time. I am no, about 70 years of old. But she is very young and she has a chemistry background and gave something on this art of social. Well, in a way, it's a social science, artificial intelligence, and also she still continue her technical thing. It's really a great thing. It's an honor for to you actually, and I'm sure in Aruna's certificate for you, she will give excellence in excellence dynamism in science and social sciences will be a really very good feather in her hat. With that one,
We can
I
announce
can
Thank you,
on
sir,
coming.
for your kind words.
We can announce on coming Women's Day, sir. Coming Women's Day awards, so we can announce to Pavanjit ma'am this award.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I request both of you here, Mary Sunanda ma'am also there. If you could please able to send me a title, so that tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll make a one-page brochure, and
All right, ma'am.
so I'll think on the schedule also, ma'am, on February 10th. Okay.
Fine, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll share.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, one and all. Good night to all. Thank you.
Good night, ma'am. Good night, sir.
Satisfying was allowed.